Three, two, one. Episode 5, Part 2. We're live. Not live, but recording.
Alright. The room is actually quite silent. You walk out into it and your footsteps kind of echo through the main, like, hallway, as it were. Before anybody gets to say anything, everybody's kind of looking at the king, waiting for him to speak. And the door opens to the side, and Abel is allowed into the room.
I have a question real quick. Can you remind me what the sigil of the kingdom is? Like, do they have, like, not a mascot, but, you know, like a logo?
Yeah, it's like a more flowery fleur-de-lis.
Okay. Cool. Just like more floral.
Oh shit.
Oh, sorry. I gotta just show off all my art real quick.
Plug.
my picture from the party. It goes with my D&D. My first book.
Hell yeah.
Real quick. When they let me go, did they release me into the throne room, or did they release me prior to the throne room?
It's kind of prior. You've kind of been like guided by other guards that are just standing there pointing the way with weapons and shit.
Okay. So, is there a moment to where I can kind of, like, do I have a space or a distance that I can sneakily take off this mask without drawing undue attention? Or is it would it be quite motherfucking obvious?
Didn't you already take off the mask?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I tried my ass off to take off the mask. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right, because when I ran down the alleyway, came back around, threw up, and he detained me. Okay, so I am not the old man anymore. Okay.
It's like, what are you talking about? And you're like, I don't know, old man disappeared.
I got it now. Okay, thank you, Sema. That yes. So now I'm walks me in like nothing. We're set. We're good.
You got scared.
You bring me one? Appreciate you. Alright. So you could try to take it off here if you wish.
Simmer reminded me that the mask is already off. I'd
I
taken it off.
You took it off and the dude like called you out for being suspicious as hell about it.
But I kept like backing and forth with him, like, I don't know, dog. He was here, now he's not. Then he's like, oh, you're coming with me. I'm like, all right, fucking fine, whatever, dog. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to the same place you're taking me, so fuck yourself. Fuck yourself.
It's like whatever, and talk your shit in irons.
You'll be hearing from my fucking lawyer.
From my lawyer.
The rock jumped up into his hand. That's the entire thing. I put it back on and throw it.
Okay. Instead of all that jazz, I'm just, as soon as they let me go, walking in.
Right. The king looks over at you as you enter. You notice that the court mage is still there, but she doesn't even bother to look in your direction. She's just looking at mainly Oliver.
Gonna saunter up behind the crew, not really make a scene, just kind of slowly file in behind everybody. Try not to be too loud about it.
The court mage is looking at me.
Yeah. She looks confused.
Oh. Shoot. Well. I'm fuck it. I'm gonna glare at her back.
She like, you can see she like clicks her tongue and kind of moves her gaze.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool.
The king stands once you finally fall in line, Abel, and says, "Welcome. I trust you have good news, or any news at all."
Just news.
Proceed.
Well, the vampire problem has been solved, for one, so don't need to worry about that.
He looks at the court wizard, and she nods. And says, "Indeed. And what did you discover of it?"
Well, Ooh. What did we decide we were gonna tell him? Oh, God.
I mean,
Just-
we needed to get to him first, and basically
touch base, but
push
he
him
already.
in the direction, or at least pull him away from the influence of the Mage's College.
Okay, because now I've said that the vampire's dead. Do we just want to go into explaining that, or do we want to go into a different topic?
My concern coming in was that the Boy King, there was a slight possibility that the Boy King was going to be part of, not part of, but
He's already associated with the Mage's College. His right-hand woman is part of it.
well, like the flesh gathering. This kid's been flesh gathering for the same reason of Nerul.
Well, I mean, I guess we could tell him that the vampire essentially lied to him.
So he was collecting
Nerul
because
didn't care about the gathering. The vampire did to summon him.
Right.
Nerul didn't actually care. I mean, it helped him, but he didn't order it. Do we want to say that the vampire lied? Because we did we even agree to tell him about Nerul?
I mean, no
I
one's
mean, someone
really.
else can feel free to take over the explanation.
That right there could put us in good favor with him. If we mention Nerul to the king and he's like, "What the fuck? What?" That means the Mage's College didn't say shit about it.
Well, we could essentially say that he lied and wasn't in, or that Nerul didn't order it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly probably a good.
So nobody's saying
Yeah.
anything?
No, we
Well,
don't.
there's been
I already
time
know.
from
One more
walking
time.
to get.
What did you learn?
What did we
King-
learn?
Oh,
Too much.
King, what do you know of the
Alright.
gods?
good boy.
Oh, boy.
What'd you say?
I said, King, what do you know of the gods?
The gods.
Yes, the
I
gods.
hear.
So many gods.
Oh, we still need to tell him about Isonahs
glares
Rest.
at you. He glares at you a little bit, and he says, "I know of them.
I assume a
What
lot.
do you know?"
Oh, of Nerul.
All right.
Shit.
Pulse the wall.
That's
Well,
fucking...
give me a second. Let me go ahead and roll.
Sorry. You know,
Damn it.
Hey, I'm sorry. With this campaign, I am not like Sarlar. I am going all the way in, all the time, just going balls to the wall. There's no safeguarding Oliver. Okay,
Bitch,
Either
like
you say
you
nothing
didn't
or
do
you-
that with Sarlar. Like when it came to diffusing a
I
bomb
did.
situation, you'd be like, "Guys, I got this." You didn't got this, dog.
Hey, all right. So the next check is gonna be intelligence. Me's got this.
All right. I had misplaced my dice. I suck.
Fuck it. I'm just doing what my character would say.
You say this out loud. You say Nerul's name, Lydia. You feel a small chill go up your spine. And the
I'm
air
gonna
seems to get
glare
a
at
little
him.
bit colder around everyone.
I'm gonna glare at Oliver.
Fuck it.
You
Like
would
as
be
soon
wise
as he
not to
says
say his
Nayrul,
name.
as soon as he says Nayrul, my head just goes.
I'm gonna say the room literally gets colder.
I looked at him like after I said that. Does he say anything for half a second?
Yeah, he says, I'm tired of your questions, Elf. I asked you a question.
Oh, of course. What we learned of is Nayrul.
Stop saying his name.
Oh,
Maybe you're like
Yeah.
out loud and yelling at him. Like, stop saying his name.
The elf, Abel, you notice that the elf mage that is up there turns her gaze to the Fae and is like intrigued by this.
I'm keeping my eyes on the elf. Like after that kind of eyeballing the king, but seeing her move her head, like turn to look her head, I'm gonna stare straight at her.
Oh. Do you tell them if they're vampire problems, Abel?
Your vampire is no more. Basically,
And is a liar.
How could you have done this? No more.
wasn't us. Gave up his body as a gateway to bring on something
Worse.
uncontrollable, irreversible, and we worry
He
that
glares, kind of scowls his gaze at you, moves forward on his chair, grabbing the arms as you speak.
is this. And he did just. Jared did just ask the king a question. Hold on. I'm gonna let. Actually, as soon as I say something uncontrollable. One of the gods is currently at play here in the kingdom. But we believe he's not taking sides. Word has it he has a champion somewhere here. And wherever the forest would be around us, like in the direction, vicinity, whatever the fuck. I say, and we believe he has a champion here in the forest, somewhere, doing his bidding. Whatever is happening,
Stands up.
it's enough for him to be among us now.
Yeah, he stands up. He says, "It's traitorous. We do not even praise the word of Nayrul. We praise the sun goddess."
Well, it's here regardless.
There is more than one god in the world, regardless of who you praise.
And the gods squabble over influence more than anything.
Yes.
You say he's here on this plane. He's after something.
Sorry, out of game. Hey, that's a risky move, Oliver. You shouldn't say,
Well,
The god
the
of
card's
Chad's
out
name.
there now.
Well,
we were gonna hold that card out, but now that the aces are on the table, fuck it, may as well just go ahead and play the rest of them.
It was literally just like, well, I wasn't ready for her to go, hey, by the way, just because you worship a god doesn't mean all the gods don't exist. It's like, yeah, we get chill.
Not to mention, a death god doesn't care about worship. You die regardless
She's
of who
straight
you
just-
worship.
We'll get to you eventually, bitch.
She's done.
Abel, while you're watching this this sorceress up there, she's watching the squabbling that's going on between everybody. But every time something is brought up over the nature of like what's going on here, her interest is piqued. She like wants to know as much as possible.
So, is it able to tell like that she is a sorcerer, or can we just tell that she's some form of magic user, other than the fact that maybe Zavish can probably tell?
That'd be like a
We've
Arcana
known
check or
this.
some shit.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, pretty much everybody knows that she is. Her garb is very unique. It's silver lined blue like robes.
Okay.
Like she's had to earn those robes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if there was like a difference of like symbolism within your world of wizards and sorcerers.
There is not really. You kind of are like throwing the dice. Like, you know, this person's magical. You want to fight him?
No.
You know, like. So yeah, like not a whole lot of denotation more than like the region that she resides over. She already has crests on her for Isonah and for the Mages Guild.
Question: would Savish be able to tell that naturally?
Hell yeah, he would.
Okay. It's just people like me, Redbeard, Lydia. It would just be like, oh, well, magic person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, just wanted to like. No, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably know a lot about her. Actually, I do know a lot about her.
Yeah,
She's
you do.
famous.
Mm-hmm.
Zavish probably idolizes her a little bit. Now,
Well,
I mean, that's up to.
I'd be careful with that. She doesn't like. She has no sway in the court. Like, as far as the Mages Court, like the people that are involved there, she's there. She just doesn't say shit. She just does the bidding of whatever.
well, she's kind of like a war hero in a sense. Well, she
She's just a cannon. People point at shit.
You know what? I really think we might have just fucked up.
Probably.
Because they're welcoming the Mages College. Mages College clearly has they have their shit going on, but yeah, that mage, the sorceress is I think she's a connection point between the Mages College and
I
the king.
She works for them.
Well, yeah, but like, I didn't
Well,
know if there
during
is.
this
If it's like a
conversation,
college, you
she-
don't really like go back, or are you alumni? Or you go to the fucking homecoming. I don't know if this lady does that, so I'm kind of wondering, like, oh god, is she cool or not? But now, I think she's looking for intel now, with her body language saying, "Ooh, wow, fucking go ahead, tell me more." I'm just
Yeah, go ahead,
kind
tell me
I break
everything.
off from the
Yeah.
king, and I just kind of stare at the sorceress.
After a short while, she notices that you're staring at her. She looks over to you, and kind of like a really shitty fake smile, and look away.
Ooh. I believe we should be expecting the Mages College's reinforcements soon. Yes, I'm trying to sound hopeful.
The boy king looks over at the sorceress once more, and she nods, and she begins to weave a spell with her hand,
Great.
and she casts yet another bubble of like, you can talk here. He says they're coming, all of them, fucking army.
The entire
What am I to do?
college?
Yeah, all of them. They say
already
they
know.
claim to occupy the city.
They know. They have to know. They're sending an army.
Wait.
It wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't be to fight well.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't
It
even
could be
know.
prideful. The Mage's College could very much be prideful, thinking that they can take him on or at least reason with him in some way. That, or they might be coming for the.
Are you saying this out loud? This shit?
No.
No.
Oh,
We're now we're just
they
like
may try to whip
we're like trying to figure it out. Like we were watching a damn show. Like, oh my god, is he doing this?
Do they know about the? They can't know about the door.
That's what
Who says
that's
they
what our
can't?
initial conversation was. Is not letting them in on the fact that there is a
Demon.
demon that could potentially be used as
You would drink
a weapon, looking for champions.
Because here's the thing: is like, do you think the Mage's College might know about that and be looking for that as a weapon?
They'd be
'Cause
looking
isn't
for
there
it to
supposed
be a weapon.
war happening soon.
They're looking for as much shit as they can grab onto before the hat
Exactly.
drops. So I
Or
think
do you
that
think
that
they're maybe
house.
coming in trying to see if they can make Nerul pick a side, and that being their side?
Maybe.
Oh, geez.
Well, it's time to choose, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
As soon as
Well,
the king
might as well just
says,
open up. She seems kind of freaked out, so
She sounds freaked out, yeah.
as soon as the king says they're all coming.
They're occupying the city for what?
I'm not sure. They said they're moving in. And the girl, the sorceress, turns her head and is like, closes her eyes and nods. She doesn't say anything.
Take a couple steps towards the throne.
She straightens up, looks at you.
Young king, what is your standing with the college? And I say that as soon as I say it to him, my eyes shift over to the sorceress.
He says, you place too much blame too quickly. It's not her fault. I'm here because of what my father has done. They were working together for peace at first. But something happened. We don't know what happened, but it happened in our forest, and now this is our problem.
So
Well, there's many things that have happened in your forest, although it depends. How long ago are you saying?
I mean, as recently as we can tell, it was only a year, maybe 2 ago.
King, you said the mage was occupying your city.
They're not
Technically, they own it. I can't argue with them. I have to welcome them. We are at peace. Well,
Have to welcome them. That means, all right. After he says we have to welcome them, the college is occupying. King, what if the? I kind of look back to the party and then back towards the king and the sorceress. If there's a side you could pick, which side do you believe is best for your people?
He goes to lean forward and answer your question, and she stops him.
She stops him.
Yeah, he stops because she stopped him. He goes quiet, looks down, and he says, I must only be in this for my people. Whatever is best for them, I must do.
Maybe you should do more research on what's best for them, considering the vampire lied.
Perhaps our intel was a little off. He looks over at her. She's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't fucking... She shakes her head and she finally speaks. She's like, I don't speak to the gods, Highness. He's like, I know,
No.
this is ridiculous. It's like, even the conversation that you're saying you had is like unfathomable.
It's difficult to speak to the gods, and, not great for your health to do so. However, Lydia's like annoyed, if anything. She's like, God dang, these freaking modern people with their horrible modern problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Lydia's just gonna, cut herself off, not gonna finish the sentence.
As of right now, we stand with the Mage's College, at least publicly. What we need to do is find out what's going on in the forest and deal with it before they do.
King, I feel as if I must be transparent in this moment.
Go ahead.
There may be an alternative reason. Fuck me, this is a gamble. You trust us, yes?
the whole thing's a gamble.
That's a lot to ask.
I know.
He glares at you like hardcore and leans in, much like an older gentleman would do, judging you. He does this well. The throne suits this kid,
Yeah.
though he is a king. He definitely he does the role. He reads you, and he says, "I suppose."
Even after we
Which-
were just faced
How many
against,
choices do I have?
yeah, even after we were faced against the god of death, you were the first person we reported to. We didn't take his deal. We didn't shift. We didn't go anywhere else. We came here to you.
She reaches over and touches him. He kind of relaxes a little bit. And he says, "I suppose that's true. And then you at least trust me. Understand that I'm being as truthful as I can."
Then I too will be as truthful as I can. I'm gonna lift up my sleeve and show the pirate symbol.
Like 2 or 3 guards lower their weapons to like they're all like pike wielding. Then they all just like real quick. And he puts his hand up and like glares at him like, "What the fuck?" And they go back like
They were ready.
I feel like we know who we are working with. Now you need to know who you're working with. We mean
He
well.
says, "Indeed. What is your connection to Reyna?"
Oh, he already knows.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I feel like it's connection enough to where the college would use me as bait to bring her within firing range of the docks. And King, that's why I ask if we can trust you. Or sorry, if you can trust us. There we go. Captain Reyna is an asset.
He says, "I do not understand the ways of her people." He looks over to the sorceress, and the sorceress kind of nods, and he like looks away and gets comfortable in his chair like, I'm not gonna say shit for a second." She steps down from the 3 or 4 steps that lead up to the throne, and she says, "Reyna and I have a confusing past. We are not friends." "I see that she fancies you." She straightens up and like checks you out for once.
Judging her friend's taste in men.
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet you I'd be like probably looking up at this chick. Tall, armored, elf, sorceress.
Yeah. She looks like she would be insanely nimble. She is very quick, probably just as quick as Reyna. In fact, you notice she has pretty much the same sword that Reyna has.
Yeah, I figured.
They both wield rapiers. They both have different handguard choices for sure. This one is brutal. It's got like the metal that creates the basket for this also just twists out from it.
I'm gonna look down at her sword. Like she comes towards me, says that. I look down at her weapon, back up to her, eyes first, then look up to her. She is a good woman. Difficult.
She glares at that. She like glares at you for like, "What? You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about," kind of look.
But I'm working on it. I say that as like she's good, she's difficult, and I understand what you mean by confusing.
She does mean shit to people.
It's a rough world out there, dog.
Yeah. But why the pirate life? She like scoffs at it, turns her head, and kind of like obviously wants to end the conversation about that specifically. Was just like, why did I bring that up?
Yeah.
She's like, "Look, I understand you guys have history. I don't know what, but You're clearly something she's after because I've seen her 3 times in the past day. I've seen her
Here?
ship
Oh,
here.
She's already in the dock, or she's already in the bay. Oh my god, she's already in the bay.
She's- I think she's waiting for them to show up. And I'm
not-
scared what that means. Because either a lot of people are dying on our soil today, and what you say is true, the death god is here, that will mean he has a lot of power.
King,
Perhaps
dude, as soon
perhaps this is a bigger problem than we all think.
as soon as she
Oh, it
said,
absolutely is.
I've seen Captain Moreno within the last 3 days. My eyes go wide, and I look to the king. King, how many people can you get within these walls?
Not enough, but I could try.
You may need to.
There's 2 escape routes from here. One, I believe, is actually still safe, and that is my private dock. It's behind the mountain that this castle is on. But also, we could just go straight into the forest through the swamps. Take the sewer system out of the city. Or you could. I have to stay here and maintain a presence.
Could out of character.
If Reyna
could we-
doesn't attack and is biding time and watching what happens, it will do me best to look like I'm working with them.
Out of character, could we maybe get some people to go to Isonahs Rest and like maybe set up tents or something and like encamp there? Because it's
The boy,
hard to get over there.
first mate.
Why don't you suggest that?
I know. Well, I mean, it would help also get a route out there. I'll turn to like the king and I'll be like, there may be a safe-ish place nearby they could set up temporarily. At least those people who want to avoid the city can.
I'm gonna turn back over to Lydia. Maybe us leaving into the forest isn't a bad idea. They act like everything's normal. They work with the college.
And
The
we
boy
keep
says
those.
this is the plan that I had.
But now that we
I
kind of
was
know,
just gonna work with them and let you guys just figure shit out. Hopefully you do it before they do.
Well, we have a place to like keep some of your like citizens safe, is what we're saying. Like we have a place to evacuate them to for a bit.
yeah,
What news of the road to Isonahs Rest?
overall, it's clear. I mean,
It's clear, you
I
say.
didn't think you knew about it.
What of the stronghold? I know of
Not
it. I do not know
clear.
its status.
The
That is-
stronghold is complicated. There is an unsafe magic we don't understand yet happening within its walls.
Hmm. He
Until
ponders
that
for
is
a
solved, I
second.
wouldn't suggest it.
You notice that the sorceress turns to him and is just like concerned for a second. Says, "My king, what is it?" He says, "Well, you see, if I could in time, perhaps we could solve that first, and then we could sneak people out of the city. They can't stay here forever. We can't feed them forever. But perhaps they'll deploy, do what they want to do, what they need to do, came here to do, and then they leave on their own volition. If they are after Reyna, they will target you. Perhaps it's best that you run."
oh fuck, I hate that. Like, I look like I don't like that answer.
Yeah.
How long do
But
we
I will
have?
help you. I will let you decide. We have 2 hours at best.
Fuck.
I will leave you to discuss this amongst yourself. It says my guards will watch the doors, and the spell will remain in place. She nods as well. They both kind of just motion to like leave the room. Like they've talked about it. They have like a an idea as to what to do, but they're gonna let you kind of decide what you want to do.
I turn to the king real quick, and I'm like, even if you don't send people to Isonahs Rest to hide, can you at least set up the route there better? The people that live there do need a way to come get supplies.
The plagues of that place must be solved from the forest first. I've sent soldiers in there and they just join the masses. I can't continue doing that.
They join the... Oh, okay. Well, I know where a couple of your soldiers are.
So do I.
Yeah, well. I don't know if any of us know how to fix time magic. Until then, that stronghold will remain unsafe. But as for the rest of it, we can at least investigate it.
Lydia, I'm going to meta the fuck out of this. Perhaps you should mention the Vine network that goes into the forest.
Oh.
Yeah, we are their recon party, yeah.
There seems to be a direct path to what is the cause of this magic. I assume you've noticed the strange blue glowing in the forest.
I have.
All of it leads straight to one place.
Deep within the heart of the living woods?
Yes, but in my time, there used to be a different kingdom called Isonahs Rest, deep in that forest, along with where my village was in the forest, but they're very close to each other, so There used to be an old kingdom there, which is, I think, the source.
I've heard of this. This is what our city was founded upon. The memory of.
It
When you
was.
say you were from that time, he's like smiles in like disbelief, kind of shakes his head. He's like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, are you fucking serious?"
I look at him with kind of like a sad smile, and I'm like, time magic is a fickle thing.
Indeed it is.
But I do not lie when I say that I am that old, although I do not wish to be.
You've seen the old crone as well, then.
The old
He
one.
was in my castle. Fought my sorceress. Points over to her, and she's like, shakes her head, like, I don't want to fucking talk about that shit.
The old
No.
who?
The old crone, the old man. The time wizard guy.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Whoa.
Like, Lydia literally makes the most, like the nastiest face. Like, she fucking hates thinking about this guy.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm very aware of this man. He's essentially the reason we're in this mess.
The catalyst.
I wish the court was as it was before. Back when my father was here. He had a great many men and elves and friends. But they've all either died or moved away.
Oh, as I look back, like after listening, like turning and listening to Lydia, I look back to the king and I ask, 2 hours, you said?
To discuss it amongst yourselves, yes. I will feed you as well.
I, like, with a rushed look on my face, I look back to the party, like, worried as shit. I have to get out, and I have to tell her. I can be in, out. I can find a way. I have to get to her. She's in the bay. I know she's in the bay. She saw her 3 times. I've got to get down there. I'll find a way.
They're not letting anybody in or out.
If she is blockaded the bay, I guarantee you she has someone on the land. I can find a way. I just got to get there. But
she hasn't blockaded the bay.
I thought she's like waiting in the bay. Is she in like?
No,
she's
in the water somewhere. If they've seen her ship, that just means she's out in the water, like circling the island, essentially.
Yeah, she said that she's seen her 3 times in the past day.
How long does it take to circle the island?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Well, like I'm saying, I'm telling y'all while I'm kind of running over to the door.
I, like,
kind of talking,
go
like
over and I, like,
backpedaling and talking. Like I've got to get to her. I've got to.
I
I gotta
go
say.
over and I'm like, grab your like hair or something and like pull, and I'm like, you need to think rationally.
Think rationally. There's a whole fucking army coming. She's about to shoot at him, and I've got to tell her that we're about to
There's
run.
an
We're
army
gonna run.
coming. There may be an army coming, but guess what? You are the bait to that army for her.
But she's gonna shoot. I'm like at the same time, I'm just like walking towards the door, just
Do you
trying to.
underestimate her? Do you underestimate her intelligence that much that you think she will take on an entire army by herself with one ship?
She might.
Well, that's the thing. I stop dead in my tracks, and I look at her. I look at Lydia straight up. I said, "Wouldn't you?"
No. Like, to your face, I'm like, absolutely not. Take on a whole army by myself? No.
For the one you love.
Is dead. By 1,000 years. No.
Wait, sorry, I was.
But
washing
I'm
dishes.
still here, so I'm gonna go get her real quick.
Wait, sorry, I was washing dishes.
Well,
Oliver would definitely fall for the. You would do it for the one you love. Yes, Trap. He would. Absolutely.
Is there a way to
Yes,
magically
he
send...
would.
Wait, Zavish, can't you magically
fair.
send her a message?
You have to be within range.
yeah,
That's
that's way too far. That's a very particular. There's a spell I can. I don't know that spell because
What's the
wasn't something
spell?
I was thinking I need that heavily.
Well, here we are.
That's fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Out of the hundreds of spells
Thank
that
you.
there are, I'm surprised I didn't get the one you needed. My bad.
Well, what is that spell called?
Message.
Message? Hold on.
No, I
Don't
think
I
I'll
have an
send.
animal? Hold on, I have an animal messenger one. Wait up. Where is that?
Bro.
Where'd that go?
Sorry.
I know I
I'm
have
back.
it.
I was washing dishes. I had to do chores.
Last
fair,
time we
dog.
used it in the dungeon. Where'd it go?
Yeah, you can send an animal message. It is a like energy figure creature that you create that goes
Yeah,
and
last time
delivers
we
your
did the
message.
rat.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
As soon as Abel goes, you once you do the things for the ones that you love. Yes, absolutely.
You're like, go the fuck out the door, Abel.
Yeah, I'll cast animal messenger and I'll do like a fish, I guess, so it can swim out to her.
Shit. Oliver would be going with Abel.
No. Okay,
No,
I
no,
can
no.
send a message from here, so we're not putting anyone in danger, and I will let you give the message. How about that?
But that's not as cool. That's not as like fun. Come on.
Then go drown in the bay.
I'm not gonna
Babe.
swim out to her
Right.
ship. I figured, I know her. She's gonna have recon on the bay or at the dock, not on the bay, but like you know what I mean. If she's circling the ship, that means she's got something going on.
Yeah, you look around and that boy's definitely not here.
So we've got a man on the ground. Well, I'm basically starting my backpedaling, running business against Lydia's
Wait,
wishes.
Abel.
Wait. If I like
If they're spying on
summon
you with a
nature's
scrying
ally.
spell, that means as soon the moment they look out to find you, they'll find her.
Wait,
if
looking
I
at
do
us with a what spell?
If I do
A
a summon
scrying
nature's
spell.
ally, can I like summon a dolphin and Abel can ride it out to the boat?
What the fuck?
Okay. Hold on. So, quick recap on scrying. The spell that the court wizard discasts is an anti-scrying spell. It prevents people to scry on us by any means. If they're watching, they could be watching you and the party. Hell, the device we use could be a part of a scry. That means they'd be watching us.
True, but that's
And
why I'm the
considering
one
the fact-
running, not y'all. I'm trying to run away from you guys, get there on foot, one person by myself, run my ass into the town, tell the people I need to tell, get the fuck back, and link up with you guys. High speed.
Well, thinking about it, one person is suspicious, but two people is a group.
2 people dead ass sprinting into a fucking town.
Yeah, no
Well,
guard's gonna go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's fair. They're gonna be like, "Why are you running? Where's the fire?"
Exactly. Who stole your sweet roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about we stick to the messages? How about we stick to Lydia's idea because it's a bit more
A little
secretive.
bit more practical for sure.
I was gonna say, if anything,
You have to have.
I have some
I
nature's
turn around and I like
now.
fucking I look at my bare leather wrist. Just, you got 30 seconds.
I can either. Okay, I have 2 options for you. I can either possibly summon an animal for you to ride out to her boat if you want to talk in person, or I can send a illusion animal to send her a single message from here, and we can already be on our way out. One
You
of them
got
is gonna
20
take a bit.
seconds before I'm out
I'm
that
asking
door.
you to pick your options.
Pick your option. You got 15
one of those
seconds.
options.
Send an animal. Send a
I
spiritual
love
animal to
so
go
much.
communicate to her. No other discussion. Let's do it.
Okay.
Could we get some more music?
I'm working on it, Jared. Fucking
Thank you.
shit.
Damn, bro.
We think I've been looking at this whole time.
And he works for peanuts, man. That's not cool. Don't be like
You
that.
just
Right,
said that you
yeah.
trust my soundtrack abilities, and you're over here
I
fucking hitting the gas? Bitch. This
Man.
motherfucker.
Oh, you said hitting the gas, and we're talking about streaming earlier. I actually streamed today for 3.5 hours with my brother on Forza. That was fun.
Where the fuck were we?
Yeah.
I didn't get no notification saying you were going live.
He was streaming. I didn't do shit.
Well,
I was just in his stream.
Well, we're
follow
gonna
him.
support the boy. Couldn't have thrown a little bit of a, hey guys, here's my brother's channel. We
Yeah, I'll
couldn't
do it.
have
I'll
hopped
do it.
in and
I'm not a
supported our
blogger, man.
boy.
It's not.
Hey guys.
Yeah, yeah. You know me though. I'm not like all like boastful and shit, like trying to get shit done like that. But like,
Not for
Yeah,
you
I'll-
homies though, bro. Just fucking say, not even boastful. Just gotta send it to the fucking chat and be like, boys, we're streaming some fucking Forza. We all been like, bro.
By the way, guys.
yeah. So
Just,
I'm playing on my Drivatar difficulty is expert, and I'm driving with simulation and all the TS, all the traction control shit turned off.
Said the guy who just says he
scary.
doesn't boast.
Dude, it's so fun though because it's like if you fuck up at all, it is over. You lost.
Oh yeah.
you cannot come back from a wreck.
This right here is Mr. Redbeard on Twitch.
What?
I said this right here is Mr. Redbeard on Twitch.
Doing what?
This, I don't know. This right here is Mr. Redbeard on Twitch.
Yeah, it is. What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
This right here. This guy.
That guy?
That
That
guy
guy?
right up there
That dude.
is Mr. Redbeard on Twitch.
We know.
You're legit pointing to Gary Gygax for my screen, so I'm just like,
This guy right here. For
There you go. Now you're pointing at him.
For
There
me,
you go. Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
for me, he's over there. This guy right here.
Well, you backpedal towards the door. Your back's against the
I've
thing
got my
itself, and-
hand on the fucking handle and I'm looking at my bare non-watch having ass. Oh. Yeah, 30 seconds.
Pushy.
Lydia's fed up now. It's like, fine.
I'm on a mission. We got 2 hours and we've already burned through 2 minutes.
Send it. Send it, Lydia.
Send the message.
been
What do you
said.
want me to say? He's the one that wants to talk to her.
Tell her to run. Don't wait. Run.
Great, fine. Um,
Don't come find your loser boyfriend. Get new girlfriend.
No. No.
so that
Whoa.
is
Wait a minute.
a 14 on the message to send to her. Summon whatever you want to go.
You summon a loon.
A what?
A loon.
Fucking duck.
It's a kind of duck. Bird.
What about
At
a
least
peregrine falcon or something? Fuck.
No, it's a bird. It's a bird that swims. It's actually kind of neat.
yeah, let's say
I'm a motherfucking bird that flies, dog.
This one flies too. What the fuck?
It flies and it swims. It's
Fucking
versatile.
duck's just like, damn, fucking, why'd I pick this route, dog?
I give it the
Waddle,
message
waddle.
of there's like an entire army of the Mages College coming. Abel is worried about you like the boyfriend he is, but he's also being an idiot. Please don't get yourself killed. He will literally jump into the harbor. He wants you to run. Like, that is essentially my message. And all the annoyance in the world can be put into that when it's transcribed back to her.
Awesome.
She'll know what it
all
means.
the sass in the world on top of
Be
it.
like,
All of the
from your
sarcasm,
Be
all
like,
of
from your
the-
favorite tiny friend.
From your favorite
XOXO.
XOXO. I dig it. All right.
Much
The
fun.
loon takes off in an awkward angle and flaps out of the like the doorway. Abel, as you open it.
Here's your message.
I just like look back at the duck, back at Lydia, back to the.
Seriously.
Arms crossed, glaring at you, like puffy about it.
Let's move.
Are you hanging on Avisha's shoulder right now?
I'm like flying in place, but at
She's
the moment, I guess I'll-
aggravated hovering.
Right up in his
Yeah.
grill.
If we could cut his throat right now, she would.
Like a moth. Just chilling in front of your face.
I see the loon takes off, and I just kind of look back at Lydia like,
A duck? A duck?
Let's
No,
go.
it's
You
a
would
loon.
see all of these creatures that you summon as being like just straight up beneficial. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Of course.
and look
Of
at him,
course
I'm
a
like-
dog. Why not?
I look at him like, it's a loon. It can fly and swim. Perfect.
whatever, fine, thank you,
Whatever.
fuck it, whatever.
I
like
shit
like in
myself on
my
his
goes
shoulder
around-
with, like an attitude, and I'm like, let's go find the boy.
I
Yeah,
wheel
as-
back around, like in our frustrated back and forth thing, and I just like PowerPoint towards the king, like, we'll be back.
Maybe.
Before we leave, I'm gonna look at that sorcerer's hands.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. I'm just trying to look for somebody that has sort of the same similar feel that I have. This ashen black hand.
Not everyone's using dark magic.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, nobody else is doing the stupid shit you're trying to do.
I don't. Yeah, you're right, but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna keep looking until I
No,
find
yeah,
who I am.
you try to look at her hands and she has several rings on, stacked up.
Nice.
Definitely magical. You don't know what they do, but most of them look to be some sort of protective ward.
Oh, that
Or,
reminds me. We still have the ring. Guess we didn't need to show him.
Yes, we do.
We're
Didn't
never
need
gonna
to.
show him.
No.
Also,
There you go.
I love old people that wear a lot of rings for their arthritis. I don't know. I just feel like that's an aesthetic for old people.
You got hitting on this girl.
Love that shit. I don't think. No, I mean like for grandmas. Like I don't mean
No, man, like for grandmas.
like my grandma wears like a bunch of rings, like multiple rings on one finger to help with her arthritis.
My grandma likes wearing brooches. I don't know. She
This
doesn't like
lady,
rings.
this lady looks like this is probably how she casts all of her spells.
Oh yeah, I get it. Like yeah, for sure.
Oh, she could probably fuck you up with one hand right now.
Oh yeah, she could just go.
Not as
Change your entire career right now.
I don't know. Apparently, I can fuck some people up too if I want to. Not intentionally.
Still fuck yourself up pretty heavily.
I'm not.
burst
I'm not,
into 1,000 spiders on somebody. Super effective.
I'm not gonna try and not gonna try anything, but there's always the
Hey, we're
limited
off.
possibility.
We're off the ship, so I mean,
Bro, RNG is fucking. Low
Well,
RNG character.
You guys leave there, and are kind of guided down the steps that wrap around the main entranceway, and you're motioned to go into a room that's very set up already as a banquet. Like
Okay.
you have 2 hours. Here's some food.
Hell yeah.
He still wants your decision, not for you to fucking run away.
We haven't eaten in a hot second, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start eating.
We haven't had time.
We had a full night's rest after Satan's cave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
have to
sleep
eat.
isn't food.
We have to eat.
We can't eat sleep.
I mean,
Word.
Satan's cave, then a snack.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got like you have rations that you
like-
carry on you, but I will say that the smell of like actually prepared food is definitely enticing to any adventurer.
I'm gonna take a piece of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Say,
get on.
I
on that.
immediately start like I'm gonna walk around, look for the nice little the nice cloth underneath candelabra. There's all the shit that's on tables, you know, the nice
Yeah.
throws. I'm gonna find some small ones. Look around to the like what kind of food are we looking at here?
Well, you see
How much
that
of it
there's
is perishable?
a lot.
Oh.
They don't
How
seem
much is
to care.
non-perishable?
Not much. It looks like all of this was like prepared like to be eaten now, or not at all. They might use it for like slop for pigs and shit later, but as of
Okay.
right now, this looks like a well prepared meal that is meant to be consumed. It's hot
Wait,
right
going
now.
back to the
It
forest,
may not
we
be.
should collect a bunch and bring it back to Isonahs Rest for them.
So,
Even if it is
Yeah.
perishable, they can eat it today at least.
what are you doing about?
I'll like turn to Abel and give him the idea. Like maybe we should grab some and bring it to Isonahs Rest.
As
I can't
soon-
exactly carry large portions of food.
As soon as you like turn to say that, you already see me dumping platefuls, like the giant trays of food, just into the whatever sack cloth thing that I had. I've got like one wrapped around my head, one holding with the other with my arm, and just filling this makeshift bag with bread, food, meat, bread, food, everything.
Never mind. Alrighty.
Like with a big fucking
there's-
bun in my mouth.
There's fruit and bread, and definitely like hocks of meat. I was gonna say there's one very large pig that has been slain and fully cooked.
Jesus.
I know.
I'm gonna take little bits of like a few small crumbs of bread and stuff, or anything that can at least last a day or two, and like put it in my pack, and then eat some stuff too.
Fair. The guards see you guys kind of like stockpiling food, and they're like looking at each other like, "What the fuck?" Okay.
Hey man, we got a village to feed.
A what? They're like, "I don't." Okay.
I
I
like
don't know
look
anything
up.
about that.
Look up to one of the guards. Hey, you! Come here real quick. Come here.
I'm busy. What? Oh, we can go tomorrow, okay? We'll go during the day when we come home from school. Okay. I love you, son. Cute boy. Ask him to go swimming at like fucking, what time is it? Like 7 o'clock at night. Love it.
Shit, when you live on the
That
rim of
sounds
Satan's
right.
asshole, yeah, I'd be going swimming at nighttime too. Shit.
Right.
Just live in the
Um,
water.
So yeah, the guard approaches you and he's like, "Yeah, what do you need?"
Y'all got any horses, carriages, carts, and men to carry a few things?
What? I suppose we could. What are you suggesting? He's like looking around for somebody to give him an order. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, this, and I'm gonna point towards like my bag and a few of the things on the table. This is going with us. The rest, and I like do the whole table and all that, and whatever you got in the back that's in barrels and that you can pack up. Need a handful of you send the message. A few of your boys run a little bit of stuff up to Isonahs Rest. Young lady up there runs the town. She's gonna take care of the rest of it. You do us a solid. King said so. He just said, go ahead and get this done. What we says goes.
Roll.
That's not exactly what he said, but
He didn't say that. I'm just making it up and talking out of my ass.
isn't he still in the room with us?
Oh,
No.
I thought he sent us to a fucking dining hall.
He did.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You
Yeah.
said go discuss this shit for a second and come back with a decision.
13.
He goes, "You're not the freaking king. Like, how are you supposed to be giving out orders? I'll take my orders from my captain, thank you very much.
What if we ask the king?
If the captain comes and tells me to do the same, I will."
Where's your captain?
Well, to be fair,
Where's your
didn't the
captain?
king already say, like, he wasn't going to send people out there because they kept disappearing?
I thought it was to the actual, like, into the stronghold is what he meant. I thought that's what he meant.
No, he
Yeah,
meant...
that's
we asked-
essentially what y'all were talking about, was actually sending people to clear out the strongholds so you could proceed with
Right.
more
No,
easily moving.
I was asking him to clear a path to Isonahs Rest, and he said no because people kept disappearing. Or
Yeah,
was that
because the only way to do that is to clear out the bastion.
Okay, well,
Okay.
yeah. They keep disappearing in the stronghold, and until then, he said he wouldn't send anybody.
Okay. Well, as soon as he cops an attitude, I'm like, okay, go away,
Wave him on.
Mr. Attitude. And I like still got a turkey leg in my mouth and shit.
Well,
Fucking-
you guys bag up a little bit of food. It's very haphazardly done, and as you complete kind of doing this, your time is almost up. But the guards are more lax. Most of them leave. A couple stay just to like man the doors. But you're given some time to actually like come up with either a plan or a decision on what you want to tell the king.
Well, we sent the message to Reyna, so now we need to go into town, find the boy.
Oh no, that
And
like
then
that
from
the
there-
town's done. My initial plan was to run into town, tell the boy like, hey, find someone who's working for her, find a way out there, get a message, stay on her ship, run.
Okay, well then, if that's that, then we just need to go to the forest now. Probably go towards the magic.
So I'm standing there with a bag of like a small little rucksack of like it's all wound tied across my chest, plus the pack and all that shit, just kind of looking towards the gnome, the elf, and the fairy. Just... I'm full. We rocking this?
You're full?
Doing a little bit of forest?
Might as well.
I'm like saying that, kind of looking out the window through the like the tapestries and shit, just seeing what time, like where the sun is in the sky.
Oh, it's about it's like 3:00 in the PM.
Like time, how much time has passed since?
Oh, it's almost time. A guard's gonna come in and like remind you.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, eventually that happens. A guard comes in and is all, "Hey, the king is expecting you. Please return to the courtroom or the throne room." He guides you back up there. Doors open. You walk in. King's already sitting there. What have you decided?
Kind of looked at Lydia.
We'll be going into the forest.
Indeed. As of this moment, you are all exiled from the kingdom. I must
Oh,
side
shit.
with the Mage's College. on their decisions, but I do not have to act. However, if I see you in the kingdom again, you will be captured and tried.
For what crimes?
Treason.
For what?
You know what?
It is as the Mage's College says.
Sorry, my.
What did they say? Wait, no, I'm confused. Wait, what?
No,
That
like
whole
when they
conversation.
get there, when they get to the kingdom, King's got to play by their rules since they're showing up with an army, and we're gonna
No,
be
I know,
on that
but, like,
menu.
Why?
Right. So wait, what happened?
Well,
While I
so
was gone for
they-
a second?
The Mage's College has told me that you are traitors and that you
We
are
didn't-
to be captured.
What we do?
Traitor. They think we're traitors. After we've done nothing.
No, that is what they are telling me to capture you. I know that you are not.
Oh.
I mean, he has to play along, but as soon as we
But
leave,
I must tell my kingdom this.
doors locked.
So you will be branded as traitors
Damn it.
from henceforth.
This is
Until
a
this is either
one-way
solved
ticket.
or not.
Sorry, that whole phone call was about my grandma making me blankets.
Awesome though.
Yeah.
A traitor in my own home. What does the world come to?
Well, just this city. Your home is in the forest somewhere. I hope that
I
you
know,
find it
but, like,
indeed.
I consider the island my home, and I was hoping if I can't go back in time, maybe at least here.
The elf approaches you, Abel, and gets like real close and whispers to you. She says, Reyna always has a plan. Whatever you are thinking, do not intervene. Stay your course. I'm sure she will find you.
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Even if she can't take on an army, she won't die.
No.
She's not gonna die, even if she does try and attack them.
Listen,
Plot armor.
every character that I have imprinted on at some point or another has almost died or has died.
Yeah, point.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't done talking, and now I feel kind of cliche, but at the same time, it's kind of like still
Say it,
pertinent to
say it.
story.
Say it.
She also says that if she sees her on the battlefield, she's going to have to fight her, as she still works for the Mage's College. So, if you happen to see her before I do, give her the warning. Or I can
Just as an actual associate, an actual mage, could you tell us what crimes did we apparently commit? Oh, or the details of the treason itself? Or is
Betraying the kingdom, siding with the god not of the land.
We didn't side with.
what? I'm getting on the call now.
They know we did not do those things.
You asshole.
That's
We
what they're
all know-
writing
yeah.
on the ticket, but they're like, hey, this is what we got to tell them. We know
No,
you're
I
good.
know. They just need something to. No, I know this king isn't mad at us, but the Mage's College themselves were mad at.
Are bitches.
Oh, we
They're
already knew their
not
plan.
even
They just have to have
accusing you of
something.
anything. Yeah, they're not even like the Mage's College isn't technically even accusing you of anything. They just want you captured.
Yeah, like this is part of that plan that we kind of figured out. All they need is to tell the king, hey, but if you see them, capture them. Like,
Here's the
We
BS
already
reason that you
smelled-
don't actually need to believe. You just
There you
need to
go.
capture them.
Exactly.
as soon
Yeah, I
as
know.
the sorceress tells me that, says, hey, if I see her on the battlefield, I'm going to have to attack her. I'm gonna put out my hand to shake hers.
She kind of straightens up and steps back a little bit. You can tell that she's very much like almost not willing to touch somebody like you.
Wow.
But she reaches out her hand. She doesn't shake it. She like extends it daintily to be grabbed.
She like extends it daintily. I fucking like if she's doing the whole thing, like the whole that.
Yeah, yeah.
Legit with my turkey hand, or like I mean, it's all gone, but like just real quick, like speed fast, snatch it with a shaking hand, like a nice shaking strength, not hard, but real try to surprise her. Shaking strength, look her in the eye.
You feel for a moment that she is fucking frail. You could crush this woman's fucking hand if you wanted to right now.
I have a thing.
And then, but wait,
I feel it.
and then it becomes extremely resilient, and she shakes you back with the same prowess.
And I kind of look at her, do a half smile, and just kind of see you out there.
Indeed. Keep your heads low. I have a path out of the city for you. She pulls out a very small, like, hand-drawn map. You see the city basically laid out, twisting, winding roads through the civilian districts. She points a path out to you that ends up in, like, basically where all the shit goes. The sewer. The sewer goes through, like a piping system and out into a marsh. Eventually that marsh becomes the living woods. She says this is the safest way to leave the kingdom, for if you are seen by the guard, you will be captured, or at least chased, and we can't have that kind of attention.
No.
The path is regrettable.
Very, very.
Oh, what a day to have wings.
I'm afraid you will not be able to outfly the smell.
Yes, but
at least
least
one of least
something.
resistance, yes.
Indeed. Well, I hope you safe travels. I see that you have packed food. Why so much? She kind of looks confused.
We were hungry.
What happened?
Oh, I wouldn't have been packing like a shit ton for Isonahs Rest. I'd have just been packing like enough for our little recon trip into the forest.
Okay. Are you gonna mention like that they need supplies and anything about the old man or anything?
Well, the sending the guards with the carriage to Isonahs Rest was the initial plan to supply
but
them,
they can.
but they can't until we get
Carriage.
that.
A carriage won't be able to pass through is the problem.
Yeah.
Normal people
So-
carrying bags probably could, though. If you say, like,
Until-
send a guard or two with, like, bags of food.
Yeah.
Well, the reply that I got back, I didn't feel like this guy was gonna really fuck around with that. So I took that as it was and said, okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Well,
You
the
can always
mention of
ask
his
again.
passport missing and all of that brings up that
I didn't want to risk any more of those guys getting caught up on the fucking road either. So I was like, all right,
true.
we ain't gonna be forever on this mission, and that bastion eventually is gonna have to get hit because Isonahs Rest is a priority. Because it feels like we might be making objective wise a circle, like, and this is with the information we have thus far, forest, which is a giant question mark. Then eventually, once the magic ceases, which is a fucking haha, yeah, what if? Then the bastion would be next, and then intel to the king, like, hey, guess what? Sorry, not to the king, or we'd find a way.
Well, I was going to point out that the mentioning of the court and the lack of people here kind of rings true when you realize that the old man said that he was part of this court. The elf that you met.
As soon
was,
as the king says Isonahs Rest, how easy would it be to run food and supplies up to Isonahs Rest?
It would be difficult.
but doable.
Indeed. I was unaware of this. They haven't sent me messages or anything. It seems someone else has handled this.
Well, someone else is incapable now.
Ooh.
That's why we ask.
Incapable. You know of the person that was doing this.
With like a half smile, like a certain crazy old man who ran your city.
You speak of Oblong, that crazy man.
I
Yes.
do. I like have a somber look on my fucking face. I'm starting to kind of turn away from the conversation.
I like clear my throat. Like he was the one who guided us into the woods initially, but he did not make it out.
Off. This is a sad thing to hear, but I suppose the old die.
Yes, well,
I stop
it was
a
not
moment,
exactly
like
a natural death.
bristle up a little bit at that one. Just kind of.
It would be like, if only the death was that peaceful, but regardless, he can no longer make the trip.
He looks kind of confused, like, why are you so concerned with this old dude?
He helped us. He was our friend.
I turn back. Can you get that food to the magistrate? And I say it like angry,
magistrate.
like angry dad, straight face aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
like you're gonna do this thing, right? Kind of like that. But I'm like, that food's getting.
Still being polite.
Yeah, yeah.
He stares at you, blank face. He says, I will try.
Well, that's the most we can ask for.
Zero emotion on my fucking face. I just kind of just turn around and walk away.
You're not even going to mention it? You have the mask on your side, son.
Well, no, I'm leaving
Well,
that up to
that's-
Abel to mention.
It's not it. Well, no.
I like turn to him and I like raise an eyebrow, like, is it a convincing point, or is it a point that will get us in more trouble?
No. I'm not.
Always a good question.
I've got a card, and I'm not playing it here. That we just told him that he's dead, and his callous reply was, "Oh, the old die," and I'm like, bro.
Well, he didn't know Oblong as anything except some old man who caused trouble in his city.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
So I don't know. I don't think the king ever even met Oblong.
yeah.
He just knew
No.
of him.
He
Plus,
just knows of him. and
we
how much of a
know of
fucking
him.
pain in the ass he's been.
So that's
and-
not fair to judge him for his rereaction. This is essentially just.
I'm
the
not
dude that
judging him for
causes
his reaction.
problems.
I'm just
You are.
in the moment. I don't want to talk about old man die, man. Old folks die. I guess that sucks, man. I'm just kind of like, all right, my conversation with you about Oblong is
Tell him
over.
what happened.
That's why I like immediately was like, you're getting food to Isonahs rest, okay? And I turn away and I walk. And even with you looking at the mask and everything,
I like huff as you turn away, and I turn to the king, and I'm like, sorry for him, please. You know, politeness and manners.
I will do what I can. I will send 15 of my best trackers to get there. We
Okay.
cannot carry much, but perhaps we can find a better way.
There aren't too many there, so much isn't necessary, but some would be plenty. Or some would be they'd be thankful for some.
Yes, I've heard that it was abandoned.
No,
Like, truly.
anymore. I don't know how long they've been settled there, but it seems they've been there for a bit.
The residents are still there. There was an adventurer's town, if I remember right.
wait, he's
Yes.
talking about Isonahs rest, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it used to exist.
As I'm walking over to, like, walking past Lydia and walking away, I turn back around like, Lydia, let's go. Come on.
Lydia like rolls her eyes, like pushy. Someone's moody today. Like,
Ooh, you're awesome, Mama. Thank you.
yes, the adventurer's
Okay.
town. Although
No,
most
driving
adventurers
me
can't
nuts.
go into it
Always not the
anymore.
little ones.
Right.
Not nuts, but he's been a especially by the English six towns or anything like that.
Well, he can not eat for now.
But he likes them.
I know.
He's
He's just being a butt.
fixated on the fact that we have family.
Good. My son demanding a ham sandwich over a steak sandwich. So far,
He's a kid.
specific ones.
Kids don't appreciate steak. They like chicken nuggets.
Hey, so says you. My my other son's Hobie. He is a steak aficionado. He knows what's up.
Hell yeah.
He wants good steak. He doesn't want no cheap cuts either. He even like plates his food and shit too. It's pretty cute. So, I'm surprised that you didn't mention that he used to be his like father's blacksmith.
Would that have even done anything though? I don't know.
He didn't care before. Maybe he would.
That's what I'm thinking. It could be a way to get him to be like, no, this is
I hate to
literally
I hate to meta that,
Wow.
but I was like, yo, if you do mention it, that'll change some shit. Maybe.
No,
Well,
I know. 'cause,
that
like,
thing
I
is,
want
like,
to tell him, but
I-
Abel's being a puffy.
Completely the fact that the kid reacted to Oblong dying was his remark of, well, they'll die. That immediately kind of set the tone, set the tempo for how much info I wanted to divulge towards the kid. And now I'm
Well,
just
how
kind of
about-
like,
how about
the
this?
fuck
kid
this
probably
kid.
knew his father's blacksmith.
Yeah, roll an investigation, I guess. Insight, I guess, to look into the conversation a bit. I'll give you a reason as to why he said that.
Said intelligence?
Yeah,
Or an insight.
15.
Oh, I guess that's under intelligence.
that's pretty good. Yeah, you can tell by his attitude of it that he's kind of fed up with that. He's had to deal with his father's death and take up all of his dad's responsibilities on top of like worrying about all these other city states that he has. Like, I don't know. He seems tired. And
So it
kinda
was like a tired reply, not a
it was
callous
like, yeah, it was like
tossing
Oh,
away
haha, oh,
simple
bye.
trash.
like,
Tired.
like a callous like I'm
I guess old people
I
die.
have to be immune to this or fuck, you know, like
Yeah.
It was like a tired, I guess, old people die. That's
Yeah,
what
like-
they're like.
damn.
It's like, dang it,
Shit
why
happens.
I like over my shoulder as Abel's being like a baby. I'm like, get over here. This attitude's getting you nowhere. And this man has been very helpful. You could at least show him the courtesy of not turning your back on him.
I look up with like, you see my back. I just kind of look up like, God fucking damn it. Turn
God's
around.
give me strength.
Do you turn
Like,
around,
mom's yelling at me.
trudge back over.
You didn't build it.
You seem attached to this old man. I'm surprised he got as far as he did, honestly. Seemed frail.
He wasn't.
Old.
I'm trying
I'm glad
to
I'm glad that
navigate.
he provided use to you.
I'm angry at the
What?
fact that he died for. I'm still
Us.
juggling with the fact that he died and he could do nothing about it, and that it was tragic. It's devastating. It still hurts, and just
No one could have
knowing
done anything
no one
about
could
it.
have no one could have done anything about it, but he chose to walk in the way of a god and do that, and I'm just unhappy about it. And I'm just, I don't know.
So
That's Abel's kind of still dealing with the death of Oblong. They didn't really imprint, but at the same time, like, they kind of fucking like the guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like turn to the king, and I'm like, because he keeps referring to him as Oblong, but we never learned his real name. Like, I turn to the king, and I'm like, what was the name of your father's blacksmith?
He looks at you puzzled. Like, what? Why would you ask such a strange question?
I like stare at him and wait for an answer.
His name was Simisaro.
Fitting.
Fitting, you say? I have not heard from him for years. I thought, why would you ask about him?
Well, illusion magic is a powerful thing, no?
It is.
Oh, I don't even know how to navigate this.
See, yeah, like
No, I get it. Like, I don't even know how to like bring this up in the best way.
it's kind of how I did. I didn't even want to fucking
How
do
well
it
did you know
because
him?
Oblong wasn't even real. Like,
I'm like, how well did you know your father's blacksmith?
He trained me in the sword.
Ah, skilled man then.
Indeed.
Hmm.
You could see the elf chick is like concerned. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I reach down and I have the most impatient, fed up, I can't fucking believe I'm doing this right now face. And I reach down and bring up the mask. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Stop.
No, sorry.
The king looks at you confused.
But just before I put the mask on, I look up to Lydia.
I give a nod.
While still looking at, like, from Lydia, look to the king, I put on the mask.
As you go to put the mask on, you look through the eye holes and you catch a glimpse of the sorceress in surprise and shock of like, holy shit, no, he's not going to, what the fuck. We put it on and you transmogrify into the visage of Oblong. King is like, what? Holy shit, what was that?
Oblong is not real.
He was a personification that your father's blacksmith took on.
I walk
Did
out
the
and take a
blacksmith
close.
make the mask? Or like, did he find it somewhere?
I take it off.
Is it a metal mask?
I don't know.
No, the mask is wooden.
Who made it? Did the blacksmith?
Huh? You don't know that.
No, fine.
Okay, well, fair
Nobody
point.
knows that shit.
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
hop off.
Your father's
You're gonna hop
blacksmith
off?
is a very
I'm
smart
gonna have to
man.
hop off. I'm sorry.
You said you
All
were
right.
gonna stream tonight, dog.
I'm sorry.
Damn, son. All right, man.
Alright, I'm sorry.
You're
Bah.
good, dude. Don't apologize.
good
Just fucking get some sleep.
Bah.
Prep next time.
I will.
Grab some coffee or some shit.
Yeah, I will. What's up? I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't stop saying sorry.
Alright, have a good one.
You too, man.
I'll see about getting some of those horse racing pills for him, and I'll wake him up good.
What?
Hold on.
You said protein pills?
They used to give horses pills to wake them up for races. That was a thing back in the day.
Don't do that. Dude already ingests too much fucking G Fuel as it is. Too much caffeine.
Well,
Bad crash. As soon as the mask goes on, they react. I immediately try to take it off, just so I'm not idling too long in his skin.
I'm not gonna have you roll for that, but it is difficult to do and uncomfortable as hell to
I
change
figured
back.
it'd be like a quick change into and change back would be hell.
I
on
also
the
kind
body.
of wanted to clarify. It transmogrifies you, so you're not looking like something else. You are something else.
That's actual transmutation.
Yeah. So taking it off is not fun. It
And then
sucks.
back to back, almost immediately removing it. Yeah, I
At least
knew
it's slower this time.
I knew it
You're
would
not like
be
ripping it off.
rough, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's better than tearing it off your face. That would suck
Yeah.
way more.
When
Oh
you
wait, you did that.
when you make a friend and then you realize he wasn't real in the first place, then you're just kind of like honoring the memory of a man who never existed in the first place but ended up being someone else. It's weird. Abel's still juggling with it.
It's weird, but also like that dude did a lot of good shit
Yeah,
as this dude that he kind of like created.
you knew him a short time, but you didn't get to know him. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, damn. Well, I'm sure there was more there. But yeah,
So,
they're
wanna
both
add
kind of
on
like
something
shocked
real
by
quick.
this, and the king is like, "Wow, okay, so was that him? Like he had this mask this whole time and didn't come to talk to me at all?" He looks down. He says, "He must have known what the Mage's College was up to."
He's a very
Probably-
smart man.
But he did want to make sure Isona was taken care of. So,
You say that he's gone now.
would you be so
Yes.
very?
Whoa, what? Roll, please.
Very.
Alright.
Very.
He
That's
died a
fucked.
gruesome death.
He
He's
did.
actually
is-
dead.
17
Honestly,
flat.
if this kid was smart, if he could look at my fucking face holding that mask, like in my hands, he wouldn't even need a fucking. He's
This poor
gone.
kid is getting
Yeah.
so much dumped on him in one day.
That's why
I didn't
want
to deal with it right
now.
Hey, he pulled a disrespectful
Yeah,
card.
well, we'll
didn't
probably
it?
never be able to talk to him again on good terms.
Probably
We're literally
true for a
going to
while.
be.
Guess what? I'm getting the job done.
He's like, oh, I don't
Yeah,
want to do this. now,
so-
I'll do it later. Really?
Hey,
You,
by the
you say
way-
that, and
Later.
he reacts, but is very much like off put by you, I guess. Like in inputting that at this time, like how dare you for a second, and then continues. Well, he did what he could, and I'll do what I can to continue to honor his wishes, I guess.
Thank you.
Did he say anything to you?
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
He talked a lot to us.
It's not
Wasn't
super
a lot
important. I was just asking if you guys remember anything that he might have told you.
That was
I'm trying
3
to see
weeks
if
ago.
maybe he said anything about the Boy King.
up.
Because I mean, he liked working for his dad.
Yeah,
That's not all he said was that he liked working for his dad.
He left
he
once
you
they started.
respected him.
Did he leave after the dad died, or did he leave after the son started working with the Mages College?
He left after the son started working with the Mage's College.
I'm trying to remember if he said anything.
He said it was after everything that happened. He was just convinced that Nirul had something to do with it and it wasn't being looked into. So he went off and started doing it himself.
Okay.
Then he found out the rumor about the bar, and then he staked that out for a while until you guys showed up, started asking the right questions, and he was like, yo, maybe these people can help. And you did, kind of, sort of. We'll see how that works out.
I'll like tell the boy king, like, he was trying to help in his own way.
He allocated himself where I could not.
Yes.
I will hang a banner in his memory.
That'd be
Aw.
most worthy. Always remember. Always remember.
You now realize the purpose of all the several banners you've seen stacked on these pillars and on the walls and like up and everything. Like all of them were for people. They all had different symbols on them. None of them look exactly the same.
Aw.
This is how many fucking souls have died just working here. Essentially.
I think one of us could get put up there if we died.
Huh.
Maybe.
If we all survive the Mage's College showing up,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'll like turn to the king, like with a half smile, like looking up at the banners, and I'm like, if I die before any of this is fixed, do you think I could get a tiny one put up there? Like a fairy-sized one?
Yeah, he laughs in response to that with the same like I just did.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, all right, well, it's best you be on your way. Soon enough, there will be several ships in the harbor.
All right, off we go, I guess. Like, before we leave, can I turn to the king and, like, give him a bow?
He nods his head. Very little, but he does.
Oh, well, enough.
Is there
He's
a
not gonna bow.
guard?
He's a king.
Is there a guard next to the door?
There's two.
Are there two guards? On our way out, can I just like stop, look at the guard there?
He's motionless. He stares past you.
Do you have a dagger?
His gaze turns slightly and then goes back. He reaches down, does like a full like motion of like brandishing and presenting a weapon to you.
Kind of look
Pulls
at it.
out a small dagger.
Thank you. I turn and walk away.
He turns to look at inside of the fucking throne room like, wow, can he fucking do that? The king shrugs his shoulders and waves. He's like, damn, okay. Turns around, goes back to position.
I'm walking away and like sleeve is still up, like the whole pile, like everything. I just thank you. You tell him I took it from you. Just walk on, sheath the fucking knife.
Let me roll and see if he like gives a shit. Yeah, enough. It's like, yeah, I guess I will. Stolen from a pirate.
Like, yeah, just add it to our list of crimes.
I was about to say, just put it on our tab at this rate. Grab as much as we can out of here before the hat drops, before it gets real tough.
You think they've got any fairy-sized weapons?
You laugh.
I'm sure they have a strong needle somewhere.
Fair.
Go ahead and roll search for me.
Me? Oh.
No, yeah, spot. Sorry, spot, not search. You're not looking for something. You're like looking to see something.
Sure. Well.
You see a glint on a desk towards the back of the like the main galley area. There's like a grand entryway that has dual staircase on either, like going down either side, wrapping.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom of this is like a desk, and you notice on the desk is a letter opener.
I mean, may as fucking well.
I guess.
We do a
Sure,
little.
I'll
We
get
do a
a
little thieving now that we're exiled.
Well, I can try and sharpen it a bit more so it's like a knife. A human-sized letter opener.
That's a fucking two-handed sword.
A fairy-sized, like, broadsword.
Yeah, you got a bastard sword.
Nice.
Shorter than a great sword, but it's still heavy.
All right.
That's kind of awesome. And the handle's like half of it instead of like proportional. I dig it. All right.
What damage does
Looking
that
up some
do?
giants now.
It's just a dagger. I'll give you regular dagger damage.
All right,
You're
cool.
sticking somebody. That's a hole in someone. I don't care who you are. I
Is that
learned
what,
if
like
I
a
learned
D-
anything from like
D6?
discussing the theory of stabbings, I guess.
I'll just put it down as dagger and then put like letter opener in parentheses.
Yeah, it's a D4 for damage, I believe.
Or, okay.
You can always, Tyler, if you ever need, do you remember the classification for weaponry?
Some of it, yeah. There is
If you need
actually
to
like a
simplify
damage
it-
model for that. I just don't.
Oh.
I'm not gonna care to trudge her with the details. She'll be fine. At least she
Forgot I
has a
had
weapon now.
weapons. I had some weapons. I just forgot I had them because like they came with my class.
Yeah.
I should use.
So you
those
already
more.
have some fairy size shit.
Hmm?
Well, you leave the front of the, or they let you out of the side. Yeah, they let you down the same path that you remember coming in, Abel, and they let you out of the side of the castle through the dungeons.
Kind of recognizing the path. I just start following from what I remember of it.
Yeah, you make your way out semi quickly. It is a long way down, but you make your way out, and it's like midday. Looks like the sun's about to start setting. Maybe in an hour, maybe two.
Ooh, I'm gonna look out to the, as we, make our way out of the castle, like
Roll.
down, looking out to the bay.
Yes.
Ugh, fucking 13.
Yeah, you look at the bay and it is fucking empty. This dock system outstretches. It goes straight out for a little bit. It cocks left hard 90 degrees, goes for a long ways, and then wraps in towards the bay. Another, like maybe 150 feet of dock.
I kind of I stop walking.
There's nothing out there from what you can tell until you look further past this, and you see there is like a massive shadow coming from the distance. Something large is moving in.
Just kind of
You can't yet see colors or any like detail or anything, but you can tell like they're close.
I
If that's
can't
them, they're-
tear myself
you
away
can
from
already-
it. Just kind of standing there staring out at it, just looking worried, but it's got concern on it, so I'm just kind of, I don't know. Abel's in his head.
Lydia, roll perception, please.
Okie doke. No.
Zavish. No.
I rolled a nat 1, even with like some of my
Well, that one's in that one. I'll get to you
That
in a
one's my
second.
one.
All right, so that's 1 sec. I'm thinking it's system 11 though.
Okay. Neither of you guys really like notice, Zavish, you notice that your fairy friend here, it's fucking like something happens to her. She starts flying really crazy. Lydia, you are now blinded temporarily. Something shined into your eyes, like legit shined into your eyes, and there is no sun for that.
I like cover my face with my eyes, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh, come here. Don't be
Yeah,
running
she
into
almost
things.
flies into Abel. You keep her from doing so.
Just keep a hold.
The heck
What
was
happened to
that?
you?
Something got shined in my eyes.
Kind of
Abel,
break away from like staring at the coming storm and just kind of.
you look back to Lydia, and she's covering her eyes like she's just got fucking blinded by something.
I do the fucking 360 real quick. Just like, the fuck is she talking about?
As you look right around the bay, you see a flash, and then another flash, and then two flashes.
Morse code.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for it, just kind of seeing what's going on.
It spells out 3 letters over and over and over again. It takes you a second to get it at first because you caught it like
I'm
halfway
tapping
through.
it. I'd be tapping it on my leg as it's happening. Like, I'd recognize it right off.
You finally get it. UNR? That can't be right.
Yep.
That's RUN.
Yep.
Just says run.
What's going on?
Could they use me to Morse code back? Like, yes?
No.
No.
All I say
we
is-
like Abel.
All
tell
I
us to like
say
it.
is she got the message. Let's go.
Okay, good to know.
I sound a little fucking heartbroken when I say it too. We gotta go.
What? What's going on?
I say she got the message. And I just start walking out.
Yeah, you saw this
Ah.
was originating
Okay.
from like a dinghy, like somebody like a dropped little paddle boat.
Oh, great. Good
It
to
stops
stay.
and takes off as you do.
We've been exiled, branded as traitors. We're doing the job. They'll probably want to talk to us and interrogate us. Great.
So you're gonna move down the path and through the trail away from the castle towards the main road. Like when we kind of break out and onto that area, is it kind of somewhat, do we have a set direction of how close the forest is?
Yeah, so
the
actually the
forest
directions
edge.
she told you, the directions she gave you were to go through like the residential area of the town to the
Oh,
back
okay.
and follow the sewer system back.
Okay. As soon as we get to the road, kind of look towards the town, like back towards the town, because I thought, well, not what I imagined was going to be, you know, diverting away from the town, heading into the forest. But if we're going through the town, I'll give a more explained of, you know, briefing of what went down. As soon as we get to the road, look down towards the town. Someone in the water was signaling to us to run. We need to make this quick.
Oh, great. At least Reina is on our side with all this.
Kind of gives Vish like a little, fuck you think, of course she is. Like that kind of look.
Well,
That's
you
why she
follow the
loves you.
directions from the little note that you were handed with this little like map on it. You follow it to the best of your abilities, and you end up towards the back of the town. You can actually see out from here onto the coast a little better, and you can see those bitches close some distance pretty quick. And there's about 14 ships there.
Oh.
3 of them seem to be galleons. The rest of them are all like destroyers.
Alright, hold on.
2 interceptors from what you can tell, but that's it. They're moving a large force though, as some of these are just like passenger ships that seem to be protected. Like they're just bringing people.
Kind of take just a very small like cowl that I have on my equipment. Kind of drape it over the top of my head. Go.
You
Yeah.
hide your visit, and you start to move along the city's sewerways. You continue for quite some time. You cross a few bums, a few more of the shabby life around here, and eventually you come to a grate that is overgrown.
As
with
we
moss.
are making our way here through and to here, I'm also kind of looking at the bums and all the parlors and all that other on the way here, just seeing if I see the kid.
You have not seen him.
Okay. All right. I figure he'll.
From what you
the kid.
from
You
what
gotta
you understand,
calm
he's
the boy.
probably at the docks.
Yeah. It'll be nice to have him here. But if he's there, the ship's gone. He and Captain Raina had him. He's probably part of her plan, so I'm just gonna let that one ride. Gonna open the gate for the homies. Or the grate.
Yeah, it's just like a to your typical barred sewer cover. It's like 3/4 hinged, so you can push on it and open it up.
Get it open, just kind of look at Zavish and Lydia. After y'all.
I'm still carrying her, so can you see it?
Can I?
Yeah,
Alright, I like fly in myself.
yeah, you like the area.
Alright.
It is nasty in here. The stench kind of overwhelms you at first, and you have to cover your face.
Can
Can
I
I
take
pull
like-
out any small piece of cloth I have and just cast
Would anyone have,
prestidigitation
like-
on it and make it smell like lavender?
I have to say, would anyone have like herbs or something on them?
I have prestidigitation. That's about it.
I have that too, so
So they both cover up with this lavender smelling cloth, and Abel's just staring at him like, I hate you.
hey,
Say, like,
Zavish can help you.
You
I
are-
don't have
I'm taking my
decent-sized
bag,
cloth.
that bag of food. I'm like way high on the top of the head, and I'm just, it's around my neck and on my top of my bag and shit.
You know,
I'm just like, fuck this.
Sam, unless you want some fairy-sized cut of cloth, I can't help you.
I'm not even worrying about putting anything in my nose.
I could just cast it on your face, and your face would smell like lavender.
I point at Zavish. I'll fucking kill you. I will drown you in a pool of shit. Go.
I make
Being
myself
nice. It doesn't pay off anymore.
I make myself a bit brighter so that we can see better in the sewer.
yeah, you push further and further into the sewer system, and it gets dark. Lydia still kind of lights the area. Rats pass your feet, Abel, from time to
No.
time, rubbing against you, kind of unafraid that you're there.
That is worrisome. Eyeballing them, kind of shifting them off with my feet.
You continue to walk through the sludge. Zavish, you feel the same.
Over my face.
You feel the same from time to time, but there is like kind of like a higher part because it's like a tunnel system. So you could walk more on the side, but it is slippery from time to time. Zavish falls every once in a while, catching himself, not falling into the fucking mess. But you trudge forward, either way. Eventually you come up to a Y. One side has water flowing quickly, the other slowly.
Does the map
I
say
think we have a
anything?
good idea which way we should go.
We do.
Agreed? I personally do not want to be going up the highway of shit with the fast running waters. I think low flow sounds better.
Does fast running waters mean waterfall though? And does that mean outside?
No, I think it means there's more people that live up in that area and they poop a lot more.
No, they're both flowing down. So it's coming from where we are. It has nothing to do with what's further down. Or, well, I mean it would, but we couldn't see it.
I'm gonna shit. I mean, we're here, and I don't have anything in my nose. I'm gonna smell.
Oh man, roll for that.
Oh god.
Not like a giant. Not a full 100%er, but I'm talking like a fucking. What do I smell amongst the shit? Great, a fucking 17. I taste that.
Yeah. It's pretty intense at first. It's just feces and urine. That's all you can really get. And then it kind of like becomes the norm, and you pick up one other thing, and it's oxygen.
Yeah, like anything that's not shit and piss. I'm just like.
Yeah, but I mean like it's like clean air for a second.
Yeah. To which direction is that breath of
It's
fresh
the,
ass?
It's the fast-moving water.
I'm gonna point towards the fast-moving water.
You think that's a better route?
Smells less like shit.
You know what? That sounds like a good plan.
All right. So you guys decide to push that direction. You move forward for a few paces, probably about 200 paces or so, like a while. It's fucking horrible. It smells so bad. In fact, it's going through your mask now, kind of like permeating this. It smells like lavender shit now. It's beautiful.
Like poo-poo.
Yeah,
Smells like a royal ass.
it does. It smells very nice, but horrifying at the same time. You make it through here a ways, and you get to another grate. This grate looks like the water is rushing here and then slowing and just kind of sitting. The grate is broken inward towards you.
That's not comforting.
What time of day is it?
But it also looks like it's been this way for a while. The time of day hasn't changed too much. It is a little darker.
Okay.
Since it's broken inward, can it be pushed outward still or no?
You
It's
could probably fit through it. The opening is wide enough for even able to fit through at this point.
No, that ain't fucking bothering. I'm walking through.
I'm gonna lean down, pick Zavish up, heave his ass up close to the grate so he can climb
Okay.
over. I'll bring up the back.
All right, I won't complain.
Lydia, you effortlessly fly through the opening,
Nice.
and you see, for the first time in a long time, healthy, rich, just amazing forest. Grass
For
is
the
tall.
first time on this entire island, Lydia's mood has finally gone up.
It's not morose and death, pain, loads of pain.
Wait, no, keep describing the
It's,
forest. I want to hear the rest.
It still smells vaguely of ass for sure, but there's a brightness to the atmosphere here.
Hey, to the plants, this is fertilizer. It's fine.
Yeah, they love this shit, literally. But yeah, there's moss growing on everything. The trees, however, are strange. They don't have bark. Instead, their eyes of growth are visible.
They're what?
So,
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, so you know how like wood has grain to it?
Yeah.
Well, all of that grain, like you would see if it was like shaved and flattened, is like apparent. It's you can see it.
What has been rubbing against these trees?
Oh no, the whole tree is like
Okay.
this.
Strange. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know trees could get leprosy.
Lydia like turns
Actually,
back,
no.
like kind of with a bit of a brighter look to her face. It's like everything's alive. It's living.
Yeah. There is so much life here that it's a little off-putting, the contrast from everything else that you've seen. This
How it's
this
supposed to
place
be.
has like flowers, colors, white, orange, red, just bright colors everywhere. Like I said, the grass is tall, but it's not too tall. Zavish can still kind of see. And the leaves on the trees are pointed on all sides, like diamonds almost. If they were teardropped on one side.
Would Lydia remember this as normal for the forest? Or is this even strange, this plant?
I'm gonna have both you and Zavish roll for this. Roll Arcana to see what you know, what you can derive from this.
Doing a quick 360, like not perimeter check, but like within the immediate area, just security while they eyeball that.
You look around, and for the first time, you see creatures like moving. Like there's birds and insects interacting with each other, and there's there's some sort of giant collection of ants that's moving next to you guys, but not like near you, like right on you or anything. But you can definitely see their trail.
What does a 16 get me?
Okay, so from what you can tell, this place is old, just as old as you are. In fact, this might even be part of the forest that was left to just be protected, and nobody was supposed to even go here. This place feels sacred almost. Strange for a place with a bunch of shit in it, but it does help the earth, so whatever.
Hey, it works. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
So then this does look how it did in my time, which is
Kind
the
of,
strange
yeah.
part. It looks the same.
The strange part is that the trees haven't changed. These ones in this area haven't grown a protective barrier. The bark.
They're young trees.
No, they're old. They just don't have the need for that.
Oh.
They're
Yeah,
just
I guess if nothing's
naked
like,
trees.
if they haven't been touched, they wouldn't develop bark to be protected.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to protect themselves, so they don't.
Strange, but I mean, comforting in a way.
Yeah.
Like, dang, you are so sheltered, you don't need protection. Fun.
That must be nice.
What a nice life to live.
Right?
Lydia keeps rolling and
Uh,
just be like, this might be where I set up camp if everything goes well.
Zavish, you see two very large elk, probably elk. You're not sure. In fact, they look like they're made of some sort of plant life.
As they're like observing, can Lydia like fly around excitedly, like looking at the fact that everything's alive and nice, but also like trying to like be like, why is this so strange?
Yeah, I mean, we'll even like full on montage, like the shit that you find sometimes is really cool and you're like, oh my god, it's super cool. And then other times you like stumble into a fucking wasp nest and you're like, I'm sorry, I didn't make that shit. Across the place. Like, I can see this like multiple reaction to like interacting with life of the forest again.
They're like, oh my god, it's been so long.
Have y'all ever seen Kipo on Netflix? There's a cartoon named Kipo. Go check it out. That's kind of how I imagine Lydia and her reaction to everything.
Wait, Kiko and Wild Beast or something like that?
That's it.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
So if you have any videos, send them to her, because I like just the first episode of her like coming out and seeing the world as it is. She's like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Oh.
People in the Age of Wonder Beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episode 1, you will love this girl's vibe. Like, honestly, I think you'll just love the whole fucking show. I fell in love with this fucking show. But just how you're reacting to all the greenery and everything, she's like, oh my god, fuck yeah. There's life here. This is weird. I fucking dig this. Hell yeah.
She is having a good time.
Abel, you feel the fuck out of place. This is nature shit. This is not the open ocean or freedom. This is a canopy.
What's the temperature?
Ooh, it's warm.
Okay.
It would be if the canopy's closed. It's very insulated.
Yep.
Kind of look up at the canopy, not seeing as many stars as I'm used to. I'm just kind of like
claustrophobic in the forest.
Ooh, you'd mentioned camp. I'm gonna start looking kind of, I guess, if we're kind of still close to the coastal region, are there like many palm frond type trees?
So there's
different?
some you know, the tiger-eyed god, I can't remember what they're called, but they look like palms kind of, but they're like shade leaves, I guess.
Yeah.
But they would be shaved leaves with the holes in them, like the eyes in them.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab like as many of those. I'm just gonna start kind of collecting them here and there. The ones that fell on the ground, just grabbing a handful, just to make it like some kind of bedding, not like pulling live shit out of the walls, because I know Lydia would lose her mind. Pulling big dead branches and stuff like that off the ground and start kind of dragging it over to a wall.
You do this for a while. One time you go to pull up one of these dead branches and there's a centipede that like crawls off of it back onto the forest floor.
I immediately recoil and just like, fucking damn it. Like in my head, fuck this forest shit, dog.
This is a nice change of pace.
This is a wonderful change of pace.
I'm over there, I'm like just like trying to weave some kind of fucking bedding. This is a wonderful fucking place.
It's all damp and muggy and warm and horrible.
For the first time,
you're sweating and shit. Like it's not even because you're hot. You're just sweating cause.
Just getting nervous.
For the first time this entire trip, you see your like fairy friend like happy, and you're like me.
I'm not doing it verbally. I'm just like in my mouth. I'm just like. Yeah, it's a real fucking joy, ain't it? Fucking leaves and the giant fucking snake bug. Fucking
snake bug? Oh my gosh, does he actually call it a snake bug?
No.
I'd love for Lydia to try and tell him about what these actually are. To be like, what do you mean you don't know what a centipede is? It's
Oh,
Lydia's
they're
turn to
awesome.
be
They
like,
can eat everything from rats to spiders, and you're like, whoa!
You ever watch Castaway? When
Yeah, dude.
Tom Hanks is like, he's trying to start the fire and just slowly looks at Wilson and then back to the fire. Like, that's how I'm looking towards Lydia, just like,
it's Lydia's turn to be knowledgeable. Let her have this. This entire time she'd be like, what's glass? What's a book? What's ink?
like every
That's really-
every small like forest snap of a twig. I'm just like,
And you're like,
Oh,
this is
it's
a
eerie
centipede. It
too.
can get
Shit
as
just
big as
keeps
your arm.
moving around you. It's constant. It's so off-putting because to Lydia this would sound like a
Living
symphony.
yeah.
forest. It's alive. There's
Like,
things moving.
Yeah. Yeah, things are like interacting with each other like they're supposed to.
It's not as quiet. Like everything else is
Right.
unnatural.
Kind of look at her. So nothing's gonna walk out and kill us, right? We'll be good here.
Not that I can hear now.
Maybe.
Not that you can hear. God almighty.
By the way, Lydia,
Here, man.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I saw something that looked like an elk, but it looked like it was made of plant life. I wasn't sure of that.
Would I? Would that sound normal to me?
Here, yes.
I just like
Back
dodged
when nature was coexisting with fucking everything, there were plant creatures.
Nature is alive. I like look at him like nodding enthusiastically. I'm like, nature is alive.
She's like, hell
Hey,
fucking yeah, did you see that? It was awesome.
You're like, they're finally
This is
returning.
very cool. I
Like, I
wonder,
haven't seen one of those in forever.
I wonder how far your magic can attune with such a thing around you.
Not my magic.
Wait for it. Are you gonna say the magic of the forest?
Yeah. Or I'm
Yeah.
gonna say like the dry.
Okay, so you say that, and the fucking forest responds to you. Lydia, roll Constitution for me.
Then a bat comes over and it sounds like Robin Williams, and we're having the best fucking time.
Constitution. Oh yes, I finally put points into it, so now it's not freaking negative. 17.
Ooh, yeah, you feel invigorated. Like quite the opposite of when you mentioned the name of Nerul.
Ooh, home field advantage.
Does it feel, wait a minute. Does it feel like there's a like spirit of the forest here? This is way
Ooh,
too
yeah.
Ooh, she would get would she get some kind of boost with that? Like, that's kind of some.
So this is your natural habitat. You get a
Okay.
+1 to searching for things like perception, anything,
Mhm.
and +1 to navigation. You know
Nice.
exactly where the fuck we're going, kind of.
Basically. But, like, this place is so alive. Does it feel like there's magic here that, like, it's
Oh,
off-putting?
this
that
place
even-
this place is definitely harboring magic. I don't know that it's like the magic place, but it's very like I said, it's sacred ground. This is a magical area for sure.
Sacred to who? To the Dryad?
Yep.
So the hills are alive with the sound of magic.
Ooh, how far away from the coast are we?
You cannot even hear the sounds of the ocean anymore.
Okay.
Abel is not happy.
I am in a completely different environment that I don't fuck with too often.
If ever. Have you
If
been in a
ever.
forest?
Oh, like fucking palm
What?
groves and like mangroves and shit like that. Like water forests and beaches and
Water forest.
I mean islands, yes, but not inland. Let's go mountain climbing. Wow, I like these red pines
Yeah.
type forest shit. I'm just like, nah. Man, I'm about
All
it,
right.
but I ain't about it.
When you see a tree bigger than a palm tree, you think it's a giant.
The canopy is so covered that the temperature drops just a little bit as the night begins to set, and you begin to hear rainfall, but you don't see any water.
Oh my god.
This actually may be a little different for Zavi. She's probably never been in something this thick and this big.
Hell no.
Bookworm.
The last forest you went through was like a pine tree forest that was all spread out and nice, and you could walk through it. This is not that. There are trees upon trees here. Bush that just extends into itself. The only
Plants grow
clearings
on
that are made are
plants.
from the creatures that travel here.
It's the kind of forest where plants are using the trees as their home.
I'm gonna
This is
take.
much more orderly than
Tropical
Mage's
forest
college. I like
ideas.
this. This makes sense. Everything here makes sense.
I'm gonna take
I
this
hear a bit of
moment.
sarcasm in that statement.
It's not sarcasm. I'm angry about my job. Work-related anger.
All right.
I'm gonna take this moment to take the tablecloth that I kind of stole, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear off a tiny little bit off the edge and just make individual like wraps for food, like just ration off a day's worth of food or however much we've got. Stow that.
You get 4 rations, like days rations.
Okay. And then after that, I'm gonna use the rest of that tablecloth and just make like a really half-assed, you know, like a short hammock where your legs would be hanging off the side. Your whole back will rest in it.
Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so you can find enough tree for that. You barely have enough cloth, though.
yeah, no, I'm like making a really rudimentary hammock just after seeing Mr. Snakebug over there. I'm just like, fuck the the
Snakebug.
centipede. I'm just
I don't
kind
want
of
to dad it all.
yeah, kind of. I'm not gonna do it like in between a couple trees. I'm gonna find a really big fucking tree and do it to a couple of branches. That way I'm real close to the tree, real close to this main canopy above me.
Oh,
And-
you're not a super huge dude, but you do notice that when you string your hammock up and you do like sit in it, put your weight in it, this tree is not weight bearing. But you can get away with it because you're using a large tree.
Okay.
But something feels like soft, vulnerable, like I don't know.
Kind of like that's. I'm.
Lydia like calls over when she sees this, like, be gentle with those trees.
I kind of look at Lydia and just kind of slowly, just like, yeah.
It'll hold you, but it moves.
Just hold my little knife, my new dagger. Just kind of hold it in my tablecloth. Just kind of use the tree, just rock back and forth. Just
The tree sways with you. It's a little unnerving.
and also
But
like
no,
I'll
the-
hang my backpack off the side, flap open, just all the different stuff, because just making like a secondary hang hide sleep area for the short tiny people.
Well,
Finding like some comfy patch of moss to lay on. She doesn't care.
Your home. Yeah, this is your home.
Like, find a comfy patch of moss in the like niche of a tree and like call it a day.
well, as night falls, the life of the forest, the life in the forest, erupts. It's like extremely active at night. You hear the calls of animals. You hear monkeys. You hear bears. You hear cats chasing something for a little bit. It's a rough night for those that aren't used to constant noise. For
And,
sure.
like, just
So for 2 out of the 3.
wide pan every time. Just you see the smallest noise. You see the hammock. Just me pop up.
Well, you're saying we're not used to noisy sleeps with Oliver's PTSD nightmare screaming every night?
Yeah, it happens from time to time, but this is like constant
cats.
different sound.
Bucking
Big
around.
shit. Yeah, it's unnerving. It's like, I don't know.
When you
how to
sleep
put
in
it.
when you sleep in a forest, it's almost like everything is amplified. that's not human. It
Yeah,
is-
anything that doesn't sound like, and especially like a huge snap of a branch. You're like, what the fuck was that? That was huge. That was
Especially
something
to
did
you
something
guys, it's like-
crazy.
You can't distinguish between a good noise and a bad noise. To you, it's just noise.
like a rabbit. A rabbit sounds a hell of a lot bigger than it actually is. You can't tell what the size is because you're like, holy shit, it's pitch black. I hear something going thump 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 thump. Like what the?
Yeah, like against a fucking like tree root or something.
Or no, just the through the leaves, like it's bounding. If it's its bounding pace is irregular and shit like that, you don't know what the fuck is moving around. Is it a cat? Is it a big thing?
Here's something with hooves, sharp turn, like catch something, sharp turn, and fucking take off into the forest, like way deep. But for the most part, nothing really interacts with you. The night goes by pretty smoothly. You wake to basically the same amount of light you started with. It's darker here, but it's warmer already. Must be morning.
Drenched in sweat, just like
Red eyes, didn't sleep at all.
Yeah.
sheer exhaustion took me.
Lydia looking like the most well rested she ever has. Like, let's go on an adventure now.
Well, you look out into the bush, and it is thus. You can make out that there's an incline in front of you, and that this like little lake of feces slash water is kind of stopped by this mountain, but it looks like it doesn't seem to be overflowing or anything, so water must pass through it some way. Or you could just pass over this area. The trees continue upwards and follow the mountain and seem to continue on to the other side.
Hold on, writing notes.
There is one other way that's kind of clear. It's still overgrown quite a bit. But you could go deeper into the forest to your left, I guess.
I guess we never looked. Is there the blue, like, glowy stuff here?
You can't see anything here that looks like that.
Okay, that's good. So it's up the mountain, or to the left, or what else?
So yeah, you could go up and over the mountain, or you could try to find how this water is getting through the mountain, or you can try to follow a path that kind of it's like
Around
two
the mountain?
inclines that kind of, no, like a V, but the water doesn't follow this path because it's uphill.
So up, through, or to the left.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna let you make that call. 2 seconds.
Can I like investigate each path and see like what would be?
Yeah,
like,
you could try to discern like what direction you're supposed to go.
Yeah, or like go. I'll start looking at like the mountain. See like, can I maybe distinguish where the water's going from here?
Yeah. You would have to roll for each one though.
Okay, sure. Give me a minute. Just a flat roll? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, 12 for that.
Yeah, I'll give you +1 to that, so 13. The mountain pass goes over this this mountain and into like the mountain range. The water passes through here, and there's probably a waterfall on the other side where it connects to the ocean. The path to the left shows that you could go around that and go into a deeper part of the forest, or you could go in between these mountains and go like downward towards where the bottom of the bridge was.
Oh. I'll relay that back and be like, going where the river goes would essentially lead to the ocean because that's where it dumps into. We could go through the valley, you said? Or is that the
Yeah.
same as the...
Yeah, the
River.
valley.
We could
To the
go
left.
through the valley, or that kind of we could go deeper into the forest, and that kind of leads under the bridge. That's like the 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Where does the valley go towards, or would we not know yet?
You couldn't see.
Okay, that's fair. So the valley, the ocean, or deep into the forest?
I don't know.
The
I feel like the
ocean-
forest would be a better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Your
forest-
your
I was gonna say the
Okay.
ocean doesn't seem like it would be helpful. We're kind of trying to stay away from the coast.
well,
if
no, like
anything.
just going further into the forest. This is your like I said, home field advantage. This is familiar ground to you. I'd say go fucking through there. Just pull, like, not even fuck with the valley.
Also,
we're
we
low
already know
profile.
under the bridge. At least will give us a hint on where to go for the magic-y stuff, because we already know that.
Yeah.
We might as well go through the forest because, yes, we have the advantage, and 2, if mages come looking for us, they're gonna have a hell of a time tracking us through there.
Oh yeah. All right, deeper into the forest we go.
Besides, that's where all the
Alright.
magic stuff is.
Yes, our main mission to find the magic source. So we
Like-
kind of need to go there anyways.
Anything that is like animal wise would be like if that magic is affecting them. Have we seen any signs of previously in the affected forest areas? Have the animals been affected by it too?
Yes.
And like they would travel around, you could see it on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's something that could visibly be tracked if
Yeah.
animals
you
wandered
would see
from it.
them.
Yeah.
Here it doesn't affect it because it's. I'm assuming just because it's sacred ground, maybe.
You're not sure.
I'm not sure, but that's the assumption I'm going to make until we have further information.
Just something we can recognize right off, like oh shit, we're getting close.
Yeah, if we see a bird with like multiplayer lag, we'll know we're in the right place.
Oh, shit, rubber banding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually.
I'm sorry, but time magic, it feels like that is a possibility.
Yeah. It's actually like lag. like you were there, you went through a motion, and then you did it again. So you decide to go through the valley and push further into the forest. You continue on for a little while. The trek is rough. It is soft ground, and every footstep for those that are walking is like taxing.
I'm getting used to my uphill, downhill shit. And we've done trekking. We ain't done trekking like this.
No, this is not fun. The leaves of trees and all of that kind of litter the ground as well, so it's very like spongy as you step. However, you continue for a little bit. Everyone roll perception.
10.
That one.
Oh no.
A 9.
Oh man, nobody noticed.
Whoa.
No one
That's
did
not great. So,
I am willing
Lydia-
to say that Zavish fell and had drawn everybody's attention.
Actually, I got one. I got you. So instead, you, Lydia, you are so enthralled with the life being here and everything being green and working like it's supposed to for once, that you kind of like are losing track of like your surroundings a bit, not being super vigilant. But you do notice that Zavish is just kind of wandering off.
Oh.
Abel, you notice this as well. Zavish is just kind of like quickened his pace and just kind of staring off into things as well. But he's walking towards something.
I call out, like, Zavish, where are you going?
Kind of look at Lydia like, fuck, I got him. Fucking god damn it. Zavish, get the fuck come here.
You get a little
I'm
closer
just
to
gonna
try to
assume
like
Zavish
get
is
that.
out of it and is just
Yeah,
fascinated.
he's just fascinated by the forest because it is really cool.
I'm gonna try and take a couple of very wide steps. Like you're trying to pick up your dog who's just kind of like your pug who's wandering away like, get you little fucker.
Yeah, so you you try to catch up and you notice that he's wandered perhaps a little too close to some kind of cat.
Uh-oh.
Do
Am
I
I watching this?
do I see
You
the
do
cat?
see you do see the cat, that it is a cat because you can see its ears. It's facing away from Zavish.
How,
Its ears are pointed away as well.
the face is pointing away from Zavish. How big is this cat?
It's a big kitty.
Do I see this?
I immediately freeze. Like, as soon as... Oh my god, Kevin. Perfect timing.
What's up, big kitty?
He's like, meow? I was like, fuck.
You got me.
Fucking, as soon as I see it, like, I pause and stop. Just like, mid-stride, footfall, hits the ground, and I just immediately...
It is a blue and black striped creature. You can't make out exactly what it is, but it blends in with the flowers here.
Zavish is basically coming up on this thing like there's nobody's
Oh, yeah.
business.
He's just wandering.
Do I see Abel, like, freeze?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
Like,
He just stops moving.
I, like, go over and be like, what are you freezing
I
for?
am... Like, I don't even fucking acknowledge her. My eyes are glued on the fur of this creature. I'm just...
I, like, look at what he's staring, like, follow his line of sight. Do I
As
see
you
the
do,
cat?
Zavish, you wander into a kind of clearing. There's trees around you, and there's bush in between here and the other side of this clearing. But as you look down into the bush, you notice that something's moving in there.
Oh,
It's pretty big.
fascinating.
Fascinating.
I get closer and look at it.
Sir,
It is a blue and black striped lion.
I have never seen one of you before.
Zavish.
Its
Back
ears
up.
perk backwards, and its face begins to turn.
me and Abel are, like, not breathing.
Like,
I am in danger, aren't I?
Your oh shit meter just went off.
I'm like slow. I slowly grab for my blade, but then I stop and I'm conflicted. I kind of look at Lydia
So,
and I look at the
How am I looking
tiger.
at the creature? Am I, like, happy to see it? Or am I like, ooh,
Ooh, it's
sad?
it's fascinating to see. You haven't seen one of these in a very long time. Also, that's a dangerous creature.
I, like,
can I
Zavish,
want to do
back
something.
up. Don't do anything.
So it's right in front of me. Is it looking at me yet, or
It's turning.
I feel like as soon as it finishes
I'm gonna
turning,
try
all
to,
hell's gonna break loose.
keep? I'm gonna try to silently move away to where I keep out of sight.
Fucking roll, homie.
You gonna
All right, I gotta
motherfucking
plant
try?
Mages in case.
This cat's like automatic perception.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's see. Let's add some dexterity to that and see where we land, because that's 17 plus
She's getting good rolls today.
18. I got a nat 1 to get into this. What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, that's pretty good for the situation.
Hey, roll again. We tied.
Okay. Well, that's a 5.
Oh no!
Take back everything.
Snap. Its ears
All right.
turn backwards
Hold
quickly,
up. Hold
turns,
up.
and starts to get up.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Suggest on it.
You're gonna cast a what?
Suggestion is a spell. Basically, it's kind of like, remember how I was telling you it's kind of like command? Except it's like a suggestion, but it clicks in your mind like, yeah, I should do that. That's a good idea. It makes it to where it's your own good thought.
Uh-huh.
We'll fucking roll?
Does that work on animals?
I think it does.
I think it can.
Let me.
I was gonna say, don't you have to have conscious, like fuller consciousness to do that? I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I mean, like, don't you need to have, like, an internal monologue of some kind in order to be able to think to yourself, I should do this?
No, it's
Well, it
just
isn't.
so suggestion's like a thought that you're supposed to have. Like somebody throws a thought into your mind.
Alright, well, I mean, if it works, it works.
You're either fucking cool with it or you're not. That's what he's rolling for. What is your suggestion before you roll?
Fuck yes! Oh, fuck!
No, before you.
Okay, that's
Damn it.
18 plus my intelligence.
Okay, but what? What are you suggesting?
So that's gonna be. I'm gonna suggest.
Oh,
Hey,
now, yeah.
There's some really good food out the direction opposite of me, a mile away. There's some good food that way. That's gonna be a 22.
Shakes its head and continues to get up to face you. It sniffs the air. It finally locks eyes with you and snarls.
Fuck it. Plan C. I'm gonna throw on that ring of shape-shifting
Oh god.
perfect.
This is a bad idea. Sir, please
and
have
turn into the
conscious
famous
thoughts.
bitch.
Perfect.
Please have conscious thoughts before you do things.
What'd you say?
Zavis is in danger.
No.
Oh my god, the ring.
Okay,
Throwing it
so
on.
you throw the ring on, and you basically transmogrify into a bat.
Work straight up.
Target A has now disappeared into a small, unreachable target, and now in the foreground is a bigger meteor target.
A big meteor target and a tiny, shiny target that can also fly up.
It leaps up and swipes at you as you try to fly away. Abel, you feel as it lands back on the ground. She big too.
I want to cast Charm Animal.
I mean, I know you can't fucking run away from this thing, so like the next
No,
best
you
thing
can't.
is just like I smell like
Hey,
absolute
John,
shit
well, maybe
and
you can turn
sweat.
into your animal companion.
I'm
I don't know
using
if I can
I'm
turn
just
that into my animal
there
companion.
is literally nothing I can do other than
Tell me you wouldn't want a big giant blue lion.
I scream
would be
like I
cool,
fucking arms wide out. Fucking scream out at it and start like taking steps towards it, just smelling like shit.
Roll for intimidation, sir.
Lydia's looking in horror at either of the options that have been picked.
Firstly, you just transmogrified into a bat. Secondly, what are you doing?
14.
Me,
Used an
I got
illegal
out of
magic.
the way.
You used an illegal magic item to turn into a bat. You are trying to
Oh, wait a
engage
minute.
with the creature.
16 for intimidation.
The mask is illegal too. I don't want to hear it.
Shush.
It like rears
I'm
back
saying.
for a second as it like gets closer and sniffs you and goes, Like-
Oh,
"Not cool with you."
so it takes a it's like it goes back a bit.
It starts to circle.
I'm gonna like keep facing it, but also I'm slowly walking, but still facing it.
Okay. Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Ooh, go ahead.
Cool. It's an innate magic, so it doesn't take up a spell slot. My favorite kind. Plus 13.
You do so. You hear one word: trespassers.
Uh-oh. I like call a little bit of attention to myself, even though it probably wouldn't be able to understand me. I'm like, not
No,
trespassing.
you can.
home.
It's back and forth when you
Well,
do that.
yeah, but I don't think I rolled high enough to keep up a conversation. Because he says I only hear one word. Did I roll high enough to keep a conversation?
You can try to say something back, yeah.
You're like, not trespassing. Home.
Yeah, roll one more time for me.
For the spell?
No, just for like my own curiosity.
A flat roll? Okay. A 10. Solid even.
Solid even. It stares at you for a moment. It cocks its head and then sits.
Oh, how cute. I like put myself I keep a couple feet of distance between us, but like I lower myself a bit to be at level with it and like in front of it.
It yawns and it's kind of fucking terrifying.
Well, I mean, I can cast the spell as many times as I want. I'll try and cast, like, Speak with Animal again.
Okay.
Please be better. I want to talk to the big cat. 15 plus...
That's not
I
bad.
think I'm just gonna fly around and land on Abel's shoulder.
I'm gonna do this 15.
Yes, that
Ooh.
means a bat just landed on your shoulder.
Don't you need to hang upside down?
No, they can
I'm
climb
probably
anything.
hanging on his shoulder and is climbing up on there.
Yeah.
Belly crawling everywhere. Too fixed on this
Yeah.
tiger. I'm legit just too fixed on him. Just like, oh God, please, Lydia, negotiate.
You hear him. You hear like the size of like
Yeah.
after yawn from him. The creature lets out a huff and says, "Home, you, Faye."
Yes.
Ooh.
He opens his mouth and like sticks its fucking tongue out and like tries to like bat at you.
Bat at me? What do you, like, hit me?
No, like yeah, like playfully, but he's gigantic, so
I, like, flutter around a bit. I'm like, don't hit me!
pretty.
Thank you.
He tries again.
Kicking in its natural
I like
instincts to
baited.
like,
I like bait him
Yeah.
a little bit. Like I'll play along. Like bait him
Fair
around
enough.
a little bit.
He starts to like roll over and play around with you a bit. And then he
Aww.
sits back up again and stares at you. Says, "Why are you here?"
It's been a long time. I needed to come back and see what happened.
He says the Fae are running.
I know, but I don't know why. I haven't been here in a very long time.
Hmm. He just keeps repeating like home, play, pretty,
What's
really
your-
basic. Just basic stuff and like trying to play around with you as much as possible because you're like a shiny flying thing.
Like asking him, like, what's your name? Do you have a name?
He shakes his head.
I'll think of one for you. Is that okay?
So you hear him like kind of like to everyone else it sounds like he's growling, but he's like purring.
Oh. You just see your tiny friend is being swatted at while laughing.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god.
It looks like Lydia's about to die.
It's like, you would think she was dying if she wasn't laughing.
It's like
You're like, communication would be good right about now.
just gotta sit here. It's like, okay, well,
Like, it's just, I like.
I
look
know
over
if
and
I
I'm like,
grab
it's
for
just a
my
big cat.
like I'm trying to be as still as possible. If I grab for anything or do anything, this cat is going to lose its cool. I know what happy cats look like. This one kind of looks like a happy cat.
I want him to stay like a happy cat.
Yeah.
I look over at the two of them and I call out. I'm like, "It's just a cat. He's okay."
No change. I'm just.
It's a gigantic kitty cat, man. It's pretty intense.
And I am
I'm
within
gonna name him
10 feet of
Azula.
this thing. I'm not having a good time.
I'm gonna name him
Zavish
Azula.
wants to kind of play around with the fact that he's a bat right now, and he's just like, I've lived long enough anyway.
I am
Just
not a
flies
happy
over
cat.
and tries to join in.
I like try and ask the line again. Like, do you know why they're leaving?
The forest is dying.
It's been dying.
Yeah.
Why is this part different?
Hasn't got here yet, I suppose.
Oh. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. What are you?
I am an Orion Bengal lion.
I love it. Now I kind of want to name him Orion. Ah. Oh, he's cute. I love him.
He tries to like nestle into you guys, but he can't, so he just kind of buries his face in the grass.
Like, try and pet him as best as I can.
Yeah, Abel, this thing is being like super kitty. Like just laying on his belly, stretching. You hear all kinds of weird, like groaning, crazy noises from this thing.
I'm legit just gonna slowly just back away. Keeping my eyes on
Not
it while it's
This is a
having
good distance.
the time of its life. I am not having the time of mine. I am slowly rolling my feet to not make footfall sounds to back the fuck away. I'm gonna try and get, as soon as I see or feel a tree coming around, I'm gonna just put it in between me and this lion and fuck off.
Yeah, this continues for a while. He doesn't have a whole lot of information to tell you other than the river used to go down this part of the mountain as well. Before man put a city here.
Oh, that's fair.
But
Sounds like he's old.
yeah,
Nice.
but he's like, well, tis the life of the forest either way, right? You
Yeah.
die and you live. It is what it is.
Okay, well, thank you for not eating us.
He lets out you know the Rorion crap that they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that.
Oh, he's so cute. Okay, I suppose we should be on our way then. It was nice meeting you.
Like, tries to rub his face against your feet,
Oh.
and then he starts walking off. And you see him, like, go from being like a tall, intimidating, huge-maned, terrifying fucking cat to, like, dis-a-fucking-peering. Like, he just, like, vanishes into the bush like it's nothing.
Well,
Cute.
the moment the cat's gone, I'm just gonna turn back to my normal form.
You take off the ring, and it is painful. You realize now that when you did take it off, you come back to your form. There is like a huge, like a very red, irritated area around where this ring was.
Hey. Better than eating cat food, I still say.
Huh.
That was interesting. I don't plan to.
Drenched in fucking sweat, just like walk calmly but motivated, walking through the forest to get blinders are on, walking the fuck away from this area, just like, whoa, glad we didn't get eaten. And I'm just like, step.
Like getting back on the
that
path
was
you were
amazing.
following.
So this is what it's like to live in a forest.
Don't imagine any other forests have them, but yeah.
You keep going for a while down this path, or this, like, it's like a natural path. It's not like a clearing that you're following. It's like less trees are here, so it's easier to walk. So you trudge through this area. It is difficult terrain. Eventually, you come to a row of bushes, and it is a very specific straight row of bushes. Lydia, you could fly over and peer over if you wish.
I will do so. Why are these bushes so straight?
You fly up and over, and you see off in the distance is some sort of cottage.
Oh.
But between here and there is a field of roots.
What kind of roots?
The kind that you saw being used to subdue people at the bar.
Do people at the bar? Oh, the poison plant.
Unearthing weeds everywhere.
Uh-oh. Is there a way around?
This place is pretty big. To the right is a mountain that you're not going up and around at all. To the left is a pretty downward descent towards the bottom of the like where the bridge like meets this area. But it is quite a ways, and it's very down.
Well, are they even able to get over the bushes? The other...
Say, Grandma, thank you, Grandma.
You say it.
Okay, we're in.
You say it.
You say
Thank you,
This isn't my message.
Oh, thanks. I was saying the 20's fine. Oh, thank you. I did some running around for her a couple days ago, and she paid me back for it.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a weird thing living with your mom again, but I don't know. Being an adult and like helping her with her like adulting shit, like this, it's fine. It's not so bad.
Paying it forward.
Yeah. I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I was small. They didn't really teach me, but that's because they were fucking busy. I get that now. So now I can help, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are your options of travel from here, or you can try to push along the other bush line, but that's a steep fall if anything goes wrong.
I informed them of what I saw over the bushes. Like, hey, remember that drug that was being used to roofie people at the bar? There's a whole field of it. And a cottage. So I think we found the supplier.
Well, if we're here, do I have any vial? Would I have a vial? As a wizard, I'd have a vial or something on me, right?
Yeah, if you weren't already using it for something.
Yeah. So, I kind of want to just
I could be a buyer.
get a little dagger and do I know which plant would be needed, or which part of the plant would be needed by looking at it, or can I just ask
We're
Lydia?
not in that field are we? I just went over
No.
the bushes and told you guys about it. We need to decide where to go next.
So we're kind of just like, our faces are in the bush, just kind of looking out
Yeah.
towards this field, just like, so what do we do? I'm looking out towards the cottage, I'm thinking like,
If they're the supplier, doesn't that mean they would have been working with the vampire?
Which means we should probably deal with them.
Why do you automatically assume we have to kill them?
Not kill, but we got to make sure this stops.
I
Okay.
mean, kind of did.
I assume if the vampire's not buying from this person, if they're like any other businessman, they're just gonna pick up and go find a new buyer.
Well,
Speaking of which, I am human,
You are?
and I do look like shit. A piece of shit that would
You
probably
look-
buy something like that.
I wouldn't know.
well, you sound like you have a plan.
Oh, I don't have a plan. But if we ever wanted to prevent something like that from happening, we could hit this, or say, fuck it, it's not our mission, and it could get us hurt, and just continue on. Which is also viable, because we are also going into a worse situation after this, so...
Like, well, we either
Fuck
take
the cottage.
we either go to the cottage, or we you guys try to make your way down a very more tricky path to the bottom of the bridge.
Well, I've got rope. We'll be fine. If we gotta repel, we can repel. We'll be fine.
So then, do you want to go to
You're
the
gonna have
cottage
to
and
carry
find out?
me, or I have to fly down.
As soon
You
as you
like
asked
figure
that,
out what's
Lydia, I kind of looked to Zavish and was kind of, I'm not the one who got my arm chopped up. His call. I'm getting rope ready for rappel. Like, I'm just getting a harness ready up for my...
Do you want
Sometimes
to
I forget that my arm got chopped up, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, that's a fucking thing.
That fucking happened.
Speaking of, actually, while we're paused for a minute, can I check on Zavish's wounds and Abel's?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll check on Zavish first, because he has the freshest wound.